Tanmay sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will give you the sharing option to you. Yes, sir. Azadi, sir, you can share now the PPT. इथे मॅडम स्टार्ट करा आता.
एक मिनिट सर जॉईन होत आहेत म्हणून थांब.
10:30 झाले ना, 10:30 ला
yes,
स्टार्ट सुरू
yes,
करायचा.
गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल ऑफ यू. सर्व पार्टिसिपंट्सना पहिले विनंती आहे की त्यांनी माईक आणि व्हिडिओ त्यांचे म्यूट राहतील याची काळजी घ्यावी, कारण एक्सपर्ट्सना बोलताना डिस्टर्बन्स येतो या गोष्टीमुळे. आजचा आपला डे 3 16/10/2024. आज आपण 2 सेशन ऐकणार आहोत. पहिलं सेशन आहे डॉक्टर लेसन आझादी सर, कोऑपरेटिव्ह लर्निंग याच्यावरती. आणि दुसऱ्या सेशनमध्ये आज आपण ऐकणार आहोत संध्या खेडेकर मॅडमला. यांचं सेशनचं नाव आहे हँड्स ऑन ऍक्टिव्हिटी. सो वेलकम सर, डॉक्टर लेसन आझादी सर.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, madam.
Now I am requesting to Chitra ma'am to give brief introduction of sir.
Good morning to everyone. I, Chitra Mallik, a student of B.Ed first year of Kekebag College of Education, Nasik, in collaboration with Yashwantrao Chavan Maharashtra Open University, Professor Ram Chakpale Research and Development Center, welcome you 1 week national level faculty development program on teaching strategies for new era. In this program, Dr. Lesan Azadi is present with us. Now I am introducing Sir. Dr. Azadi has completed his BSc Engineering in Metallurgy, National Institute of Technology, Rourkela. Sir Dr. Azadi has completed his MA Sustainable Development, Stafford Street, UK. He has completed his Education of Development in Columbia. Sir has completed his PhD from Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Dr. Azadi's hobbies are reading, sports, practicing yoga, meditation, photography, social action, and many more. Since 1986, Sir Azadi has been the director of the Baha'i Academy, Panchgani. Dr. Azadi also managed and directed the affairs of the Baha'i Academy and established joint innovative education programs with over 50 universities, colleges, and institutions. Sir has designed and educated training workshops and educational programs for batches over 50,000 students and teachers. He has served on the Academic Council of Shivaji Universities as well as various boards, Bharati Vidyapith and TED universities. Sir Dr. Azadi has won many awards such as Commonwealth Scholarship UK, Chairman Boss Universal Human Values, Savitribai Phule Pune University. The Baha'i Academy received recognition from Shivaji University. Dr. Azadi sir has served as a course creator and the chairman of development team of the Baha'i Academy. Sir has created many courses which have been approved several reputed universities. Dr. Azadi has researched on many papers, organizational leadership and human values. Sir Azadi has conducted many courses, workshops as a consultant in abroad. 22 videos has been published and produced on the YouTube channel of the Shivaji Universities and Baha'i Academy. I welcome you, sir, and requesting you to start the session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Chitra.
Yeah.
Well done.
Respected Professor Salonke Madam and all the dear officials, principal, and the professors of KK College. I'm so happy that this FDP has been organized as a joint collaboration of Professor Ram Takaule Research Center, which is wonderful. This is definitely a very befitting activity in memory of our distinguished Takaule sir, who is dear to all of us. And this is done in collaboration with KK College. And it's really, I congratulate organizers, and it's my pleasure to be here today to share some thoughts with you, dear friends, about one of the very, very important aspects of education, that is teaching learning. Just on the side, I was browsing through a very interesting document today morning called Turning the Tide. Of course, that's about biodiversity and loss of it, and how can we restore the ecosystem. But there was a very interesting quotation by Charles Darwin that we all know. He said, endless forms, most beautiful and most wonderful have been and are being evolved. So Darwin looked at the nature to be composed of endless forms that have not just been created in the past, but they are continuously being created. So it is an ongoing process of beautifying the world. So to bring in line our teaching learning processes with the laws of nature, with the principles of nature, one of which is beauty, is definitely very important, because that is more natural. That's more natural way of learning. So I hope that the few thoughts that we can share today will help all of us to think about what are the necessary, rethinkings that we have to do as teachers to make sure that our classes really become classes of learning, not only teaching. Well, this session, we will try to interact with each other. So I will request all of you to please be relaxed and share your thoughts, share your understanding, give responses, because that's what we require to enhance our understanding. तो अभी ये सेशन वन साइड वन वे ट्रैफिक नहीं है, ये डेफिनेटली इंटरेक्शन होगा। तो मैं आप सबको रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि आप प्लीज़ इंटरेक्शन करिए। तो बीच में कुछ पोल क्वेश्चंस दिया जाएगा, कुछ आपका एक्सपीरियंस से सीख किया जाएगा, तो आप प्लीज़ रिस्पॉन्ड कीजिए। Kirti madam, am I co-host? So can I share the PPT?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir, you can.
Okay, thank you. So I will share a PPT. Yeah, so this is really a presentation and a very broader perspective about active learning. And cooperative learning is one element of active learning. So we will go through it. Of course, our time is limited. We have only now 80 minutes left, but we'll try to, discuss as much as possible. Yeah. So let me just begin with what is called active learning in contrast to passive listening. All right. So I'd like to put two questions to you for your reflection. It is said that teaching is an intellectual puzzle that produces answers only in the form of new questions. Do you agree with this? So so it is really a puzzle. Yes, thank you, Deepak ji, for your answer. You all can write in the chat box because I really like to know your thinking, because that will create the context for us to go ahead. So in teaching, when we are thinking of solving the puzzles of teaching, we may generate more questions than answers. So we all agree, it seems. So far, whatever answers have come, answer is yes. So then let me go to the second question, which says, what are the questions that this puzzle has generated for you? So you have been teachers for n number of years, and you must have had lots of questions to solve. As a result, you have had more questions. Would you like to share some of these questions? Yes, Dr. Babna, that's correct. Now, please write the questions that you don't have answer for it and really is bothering you. They're puzzles for you. Yes, your questions, especially in the context of, teaching, learning as teachers. Yes, very good, very good. Deepak ji, yes, it's a good question. Any other question which it is really a puzzle for you, you have not been able to resolve it? Or maybe partly resolve it, but not fully resolve. ऐसा कुछ सवाल है आपका मन में जो रियली आपने अभी तक पजल है कि वो कैसा सॉल्व किया जाएगा, जैसे दीपक जी ने बताया है? Okay. Up to what level should I counsel the students to study? All right. This is a very good, yes, humorous question. Yes. Yes. How interaction of teachers and students can take place? Yes, Snehaji, that's a very good, valid question. Any more questions? Very good. How to be lifelong learners?
Oh,
Yes. How to create interest? Shailash-ji, yes. These are very good questions. And really, if we don't have any question, if there is nothing that is puzzling us, we have to rethink about, are we really teaching? Because a quality of a teacher to be really progressing, to be growing, is that she has to be a reflective teacher, a teacher that thinks, reflects. So definitely as a result of reflection, जब हम evaluation करता है खुद को deeply reflect करता है, तो definitely new questions पैदा होता है. So that's what become the source of our motivation. One of you asked, how can you motivate the students to be lifelong learners? That we can do definitely when we are lifelong learners, when we reflect and when we have questions which are not solved. Therefore, we really want to find out the answer. Anyway, I'm sure you all have got many questions. At least now you can think about other things that you really want to find the answer, because that will give you a new enthusiasm. वो आपका जो जोश पैदा होता है वो जो questions आंसर को find out करने के लिए वो है lifelong learning definitely. और वो same जोश आप students को भी आप transfer करते हैं. So we'll proceed. Now, during their postgraduate studies, there would be professors spend most of their time preparing to conduct research. We all have gone through PG studies. We know that how important has been research. So we have been all doing that only. How my research, my paper, my thesis, whatever, should become more effective. But we don't get preparation for teaching. And at least the only experience that we have about how to teach is our experience as students. That's sad. And then we land up to become teachers in colleges, and then we have to guide hundreds of students year after year for 30 years. One of those of us who are from education, definitely we are luckier because we are more familiar with teaching learning. I'm sure many of us have passed through the experience of an educational process where we have been required to listen and repeat what the teacher says. That is what is happening in most of the institutions. The students just sit, they listen, and then they repeat. And this is just the process of passive listening. Occasionally, maybe we have been fortunate, we put up our hands and then give some answers briefly when the teacher asks questions. Sometimes we as teachers, we are very happy that, wow, my class was so much interactive because I asked 3 questions and 6 students answered. But then there were 96 or more students who were sitting idle and just listening, So the question is that really, are our students at our colleges, at our classes also experiencing the same process to become, just passive listeners? So Kriti Madam, can you put this poll question? Do you agree with this statement?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you just have to answer if this is a statement that our students are mostly passive listeners. You have had that experience in the college life, and this is the experience that your students are getting. If you agree, please say yes. If you don't agree, then you can say no.
पार्टिसिपेंट्सला विनंती आहे की त्यांनी या वेबसाईटवर जायचंय. मी ऍड्रेस टाकलाय आणि तिथे पोल द्यायचा आहे. सरांच्या स्टेटमेंटला तुम्ही ऍग्री आहात की नाही?
यस यस.
हाँ, उधर क्लिक कीजिए और लिंक पे जाके क्लिक कीजिए yes और no, तो आंसर इमीडिएटली मिल जाएगा. All are requested.
Sir, answers are here on
Yes,
screen.
I think 18, 20 people have answered. Please, more people, please answer so we get a better picture of where we stand today. Because your answer helps us in the process. So if you say yes, you agree, okay, then why is it so? And if you say no, then why is it so? So really, your answers are important. Madam, कितने participants answer किया अभी तक?
28.
28 have answered. अच्छा ठीक है, बताइए रिजल्ट क्या है मैडम?
Yes, 27 and no 2.
Yes, 27, no 2.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you. You can close the link now. Okay, thank you. So it seems that most of us are having the same experience, that our students are passive listeners. When I think of my own experience as a college student, sometimes I wonder what strength did I have to sit 6, 7 hours in the classroom from morning 8 o'clock to about 4:35, and just lecture after lecture, listening after listening. Wow, I can never do it again, to be
Can
honest with you.
provide a more joyful for our students.
Yes, hours together. Now,
Answer.
is there something we can do to provide a more joyful learning, not a boring learning? You know, that's what happens mostly, is really boring learning. But what can we do that we provide joyful learning to the students? Can you write some of your thoughts quickly? We have only 2 minutes in the chat box, please. You may recall the experiences, your own experiences, when you as a student felt joyful in the class, or what you do that makes your students feel joyful, joyful learning. I'm not saying just you keep saying jokes in the class, but I'm talking of joyful learning. Yes, activity-based teaching. Your answer will not be only yes or no, but we want you to share, examples where you could generate more joyful learning. Yes, Deepak has written, yes, possible. There are different ways like experiential learning, okay, flip classroom, vagara, vagara. Okay, but what have you done? Please mention that. It is correct, but please mention. Active participation. Seminar by the students, very good. Yes, yes. Take heed of learners' individual needs. Wow, thank you, Dr. Bhavna. Technology-based learning. Yes. Okay, okay, this is good. This is good. So we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead. I'm happy that you are participating, but my request is that please, everyone participant, there is no wrong answer. These are all different perspectives that you give, which are all very precious. So please feel free to write whatever has been your experience. According to a thinker educationist, in the conventional teaching process, teaching is telling, knowledge is facts, and learning is recall. I'm sorry that this is what.
ते नक्की तिचं झालं असेल सर
प्लीज म्यूट माईक. पठावदे सर.
पटवदे सर, तुमचा माईक बंद करा.
हो, धन्यवाद धन्यवाद. तो आज का जो सिचुएशन है, कन्वेंशनल थिंकिंग है कि टीचिंग क्या है, बताना, टू टेल, दैट इज टीचिंग, दैट्स व्हाट पीपल अंडरस्टैंड. तो नॉलेज क्या है, कुछ फैक्ट्स बताने का, कुछ स्टैटिस्टिक्स बताने का. और लर्निंग क्या है, जब स्टूडेंट वो चीज को रिपीट करते हैं, वो लर्निंग है. ये प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन जो कन्वेंशनल टीचिंग है, ये डेफिनेशन है. Therefore, teaching is successful according to this definition when a student can transfer back to the teacher at the time of examination the factual material they consider they receive from the teacher. तो हमें ऐसे evaluation करते हैं कि जो हम बताया स्टूडेंट को, अगर वो चीज हमको बताएगा तो learning is complete. Even they can get distinction, they can get first class. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. And very often, those things that the students remember are the things which are readily available on the internet and in the books, and they have to sit and memorize and remember. But the sad part of it is that they also forget it after the exam. It doesn't remain because it is just a memory-based activity. So, a question, is education depositing in an empty bank account? तो ये सवाल है कि एजुकेशन क्या है? जैसे हम बैंक में जाता है, पैसा जमा करते हैं, वो एजुकेशन होता है. Squeezing clay into a particular shape, थोड़ा सा मिट्टी का लेकर के वो दबाइए, वो कुछ ये बनाए, कुछ आकार उसको देगा, मूर्ति बनाएगा या कुछ पॉट बनाएगा. एजुकेशन यही है कि वो बच्चे सॉफ्ट क्ले हम उसको शेप देना चाहिए. Or keeping a fire burning by continuously adding to it. एक फायर है और हम हमेशा ऐड करते रहेगा, जैसे वो रहेगा, अलाइव रहेगा. एजुकेशन यही है क्या? तो आपका मान में क्या उदाहरण है? जब आप एजुकेशन के बारे में, आप एजुकेटर है, टीचर्स है, आपको मन में ये एग्जाम्पल्स जो हमें बताया, ये सही है? या आपका मान में क्या एग्जाम्पल है? अगर आपके पास कोई लर्निंग पार्टनर है, जो पार्टिसिपेंट्स अगर पास में, आप प्लीज चर्चा कीजिए 1 मिनट, और बाद में 1 मिनट आप चैट बॉक्स में लिखिए प्लीज. I want examples of what comes to your mind when you talk of teaching. Is the example of bank account, deposit bank, is it correct? Is it giving shape to a clay? Is it correct? Or is it adding fuel to the fire continuously to burn? Is it correct? What is it that comes to your mind as a teacher? Please write. Yes, Dr. Bhavanaji. Yes, you are right. I fully agree with you. Yes. But then we need to be more proactive to make sure it happens. Because as somebody said before, you have only 60 minutes time in your class. So we really have to be sure. Now, somebody said keeping a fire burning. Yes, so that example of burning fire is acceptable to some. Squeezing clay, all right, also Shitalji. And flowing river, okay, this is a new example. Experiencing new things and learning, okay. Shilpaji, thank you. Curiosity is the most important aspect. Yes, of course, Yogitaji, students create their own learning. Of course, we have to help them to create their own learning. But that should happen, isn't so? How do we do it? How our classes become places where new knowledge is created, and in fact, the education itself, not just during the time they're in the class. Yes, okay. Now you have given a few examples which are very nice about what comes to an example which comes to your mind as a teacher. We'll proceed. Now, Einstein says, a student is not a container you have to fill. Like a bank account, you put the money in the bank. Now somebody thinks students are like empty glasses, you keep filling them. No, he says it is not. But a torch, you have to light up. Now, lighting a torch is also little different from keep adding fuel to the fire to burn. Because in the example of adding fuel to the fire to burn, once you stop adding, the fire will die. Isn't so? But a torch, once you light it, it will continue burning. Because there is within it, there is some fuel which keeps burning. So this example of Einstein, I think is important for us as teachers to remember that the students already have got those repositories of thirst for knowledge within them, of the qualities and powers within them, that we have to ignite it. Now, somebody wrote this interesting sentence. He read, I taught the material, but the students didn't get it. Sometimes we have this, we teach, students don't get it. So define the meaning of teach in that sentence. Can you write in the chat box? This person said, I taught the material, the student didn't get it. What did she mean by teach? Okay, no answers. Well, was it a difficult question? If it was difficult question, please say yes, so I can change it next time, or give the answer. Okay, no answers are coming. Yes, transacting of curriculum. Okay, yes. You said facilitate learning, Shilpaji, but facilitation should, help the students understand. Teacher might have just shared information. Okay. Yes, it was delivering information. Yeah, I think you are right. This teacher who wrote such a thing, yes, by teaching, she meant only that. I gave the information to them the way I understood it, and they didn't get it. There is a dyslexia center in Chembur, and some years ago we visited that place, and there was a very interesting sentence put up there, which this child tells to the teacher that if I don't learn the way you teach, please teach the way I learn. So the problem is not with the child, but it's actually the teacher who's teaching is not understood. So then we have to change the way we teach so that the students learn. So, Kirti Madam, can you please share the second poll? What is the aim of education according to you? Please choose whichever answer is correct. We'll have 1 minute for that. Kirti Madam, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please
Yes.
share
Huh.
a second poll. I request all the dear participants, please quickly, immediately mark your answer.
Wait 1 minute, huh, sir? एक minute.
होंगे ना
लिंक वर जा सर्व पार्टिसिपंट्स.
प्लीज लिंक शेयर कीजिए मैडम. शेयर हो गया.
हम लिंक
है लिंक. मैडम शायद लिंक नहीं दिया गया है क्या?
ओके, लिंक इज शेयर.
ओके. Friends, please don't write in the chat box your answers. Please click on that link. Choose from the options which are there in the link that Kirti Madam has shared. If you mark on that poll question, then we get the statistics immediately. Oh, Kirti Madam, I think
पार्टिसिपेंट्स
is not seen. Please link दे दीजिए. वही chat box में डाल दीजिए.
लिंक डाल दिया है सर. 3 none of the above and 1 is second question.
अच्छा. अच्छा, thank you, Preeti ji. Please use the link that Ms. Preeti has shared.
चित्ते मॅडम तुमचा माईक हे बंद म्यूट करा. तुमच्या ऑफिस मधला आवाज येतो इकडे.
कितने आंसर्स आए अभी तक? 17.
15, 16, 18, sir, none of the above, and 2 for second question, second option, transfer the latest knowledge to the student.
Mhm.
Now showing 4 for transfer the latest knowledge to the student, and 19 for none of the above.
फ्रेंड्स, मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि जो जो पोल क्वेश्चंस दिया जाता है, आप प्लीज जल्दी आंसर कीजिए क्योंकि समय लिमिटेड है और वी कैन प्रोसीड फर्दर.
One
Alright.
answer for prepared student, 2 answers for student for financial independence, 6 answers for second option, transfer the latest knowledge to the student, and fourth option, none of the above, 20 participants for the question.
Okay, very good. Thank you. आप
Okay.
लिंक को हटा सकते हैं अभी और नेक्स्ट लिंक प्लीज रेडी रखिए.
हाँ, yes, sir.
के बाद आ जाएगा. All right. So, is the aim of it teaching transferring some information from the teacher's mind to the student's mind? Or is it basically a transformational activity? So perhaps that none of the above is a better answer because it's not just some information to the student, but it is to transform the students, aiming to help the students take charge of their own learning. We don't want as teachers to create dependence on us. It's not like fire that the fire to burn, you have to keep feeding it. No, we want the students to be in charge of their own learning and enabling them to make well-informed judgments about the world. So that is the aim that we have to really, aim at, that they become independent of us. If a student becomes independent of you, then God bless you, you are a great teacher. And if a student continues to remain dependent on you, then you have to rethink. If teaching learning process should seek to bring about full attainment of the potential latent in an individual, that's what Swami Vivekananda has told us, no? The full potential which is within the student to be brought out. So if we have to become successful in this and cause the growth of the student, we must question many premises, many assumptions, and many practices that are going on today. So we have to bring under question mark the aim of education. You know, sometimes you're really disheartened that you ask the students this question, what is the aim of your education? And you get such answers which really disheartens you. And very often they are the students in the final year of post-graduation. At most that they can aspire to is to become an officer in some government organization. There's nothing beyond that. And some even don't have that one also. So we have to think, what is the aim of education? You know, friends, these are not fancy things, but these are basic fundamental things, because based on that, our curriculum becomes different. Based on that, our teaching becomes, based on that, our evaluation becomes different. So the context of learning becomes different. Process of teaching learning becomes different, also evaluation system. So these are the questions that as reflective teachers, as teachers who are interested in transforming the students, we have to think about. ये क्वेश्चन को आपने सोचना चाहिए कि अगर आप स्टूडेंट्स को ट्रांसफॉर्म करना है तो ये सब चीजें सवाल में आना चाहिए। तो रियली ये अलग, ये जो 4 विषय मैंने दिया हूँ, ये हर विषय के बारे में वर्कशॉप रखना चाहिए, एक सेमिनार रखना चाहिए डिस्कशन के लिए, हमारा खुद का माइंड को क्लैरिफाई करने के लिए। Knowledge, no, to learn, we have to create context, because learning is contextual. You learn something when you are able to relate it to something. So we generate knowledge, we can learn knowledge by connecting facts within a framework and relate it to students' experience, especially for the adult learners. For the kids, pedagogy may be a little different, but when we talk of adult learners, the learners should be able to relate what we teach to a framework that relates to them. They should be able to connect to that. All learning is contextual in at least 3 senses, all right? So we have to make sure that either of these aspects, context, we create when we want to teach. First, new knowledge is acquired by extending and revising previous knowledge. That is the first context. What we already know, we are going to take it further. This can relate to any subject. This is the first context. You remember in the first slide, I asked you 2 questions. That was to create the context that you can connect to what we are going to discuss now, based on your past experience. Second, new ideas acquire meaning when they are presented in a coherent relationship to one another. So we don't give them broken facts. They all have to be connected, well connected, and coherent with each other. This is the second context. And the third context is that knowledge is acquired in situations that an application to concrete problem solving, especially adults when they learn, when they see that ये जो learning है कुछ समस्या को हल करने के लिए ये आंसर है, कुछ difficulties जो problems है उनको face करता है उनको लाइफ में उनको प्रोफेशन में वो दूर सॉल्व करने के लिए ये सीखना चाहिए। हमें कई साल पहले एक EBA प्रोग्राम बनाया था, Salunke Madam was there and many wonderful educationists were there. And in that program, we used scenario-based learning. So there was a small story, and at the end there was a situation, a critical question to be solved. And to solve that question, we would tell to this, okay, now you should study these, carry out these activities to solve that question. And that question was related to the life of the students when they become teachers. So वो एक प्रकार context हम create करते थे. So in the class, when we go, we have to create context. There are different ways of creating context, you know. As I said, could be a story, but the story should be authentic, means should really relate to the life of the learners. It could be through questions, as I gave this time at the beginning of the session. And I keep giving you questions because then we are able to create more context. It could be a song, could be a proverb, could be, well, you can have 100 different ways of creating context depending on who your students are. But creating context is necessary because then active learning can take. You cannot have active learning in vacuum. ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, कुछ कंटेक्स्ट में एक्टिव लर्निंग पॉसिबल है, नॉलेज क्रिएट हो सकता है, आप कंटेक्स्ट क्रिएट कीजिए. So what are the benefits of active learning? These are what some researchers have found out. So आप प्लीज आप खुद पढ़िए क्या क्या लिखा है. And by the way, जब ये क्लास हम we are taking class, आप थोड़ा नोट भी करेगा तो ठीक है, क्योंकि बाद में शायद कृति मैडम कुछ एग्जाम भी देने वाला है आपको. और सेकेंडली मैं आपको बाद में रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ आप एक माइंड मैप बना दीजिएगा, so you can take notes. These are some of the benefits of active learning. Alright, so ये सब जो मैंने यहाँ पर डाला ये सब पूरा academic related है, better scores होगा, academic performance है, learning outcome ज़्यादा achieve होगा, problem solving skills वगैरह वगैरह सब यहाँ पर दिया गया है. But this is not the only thing. Attitudes भी change हो जाएगा. See, it is not only the knowledge that the students should get, but they should also be able to correct their attitudes through education. Of course, पहले हमारा attitude खुद सही होना चाहिए, तब students का attitude सही हो जाएगा. तो बात यह है कि जब active learning होगा classroom में, positive attitudes create होगा. मैं आपको थोड़ा देर में बताने वाला हूँ कि कैसा होगा. कौन से तत्व, कौन से प्रिंसिपल्स, कौन से वैल्यूज हम प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए एक्टिव क्लासरूम में, तब वो एटीट्यूड अपना आप से बदल हो जाएगा. Of course, the change should come first within us. We'll come to that. Then reduces students' attrition. You know, students, sure, the dropout होता है because they cannot relate to learning. We had a conference, Salunke Badam was there. I think we did it in collaboration with YCMOU about dropouts. Why the students drop out from higher education, from tertiary education. And one reason was that they found education was irrelevant to their life. Of course. How can you force a youth to sit in the class for 4 years, every day 5-6 hours, listen to lecture to something which he does not connect to it? So he said, let me leave it, go and do something. If I repair a puncture, at least I get 100 rupees. That is more productive than sitting in the classroom. That's the idea. So when we have active learning, the chances of dropouts become less. Attrition becomes less. Now, another research shows that through active learning, students' interpersonal skills develop. मतलब एक दूसरे के साथ हमें कैसे relation, कैसे interaction करेंगे. That is the skill for life, isn't so? If one does not know how to interact with others, how will he become a husband or wife or a team worker or a social activist? So, moreover, जब active learning होता है, inclusive education practice हो जाता है. So, inclusive education is not only giving admission to students from diverse backgrounds, but it is also within the process of learning how they can be included. So, active learning ensures inclusivity in education also. Now, there are challenges. Most instructors teaching today, they have learned through lecture. That is all of us. Almost maybe 99% of us have learned what we have learned through lectures. And it is natural for us to replicate what we have experienced. So we also give lectures, especially if we have never been introduced to theories and pedagogies that promote other forms of learning. I guess in the B.Ed curriculum, you also learn other theories of learning, but please don't study that just as a subject. Don't teach it just as a subject. But the purpose is that our graduates will be able to use new methods of learning. So they just don't perpetuate what's happening. Now, there are other common barriers that teachers don't do active learning. One, pressure to cover content. We say there's so much syllabus, बहुत vast है. अगर हम active learning किया तो हम cover नहीं कर सकते हैं. ये challenge होता है. दूसरा है class size. Sometimes 80, 90, 100 students एक classroom में है. How can we do active learning? Then the planning the class requires more time. Then they think that we don't have material or equipment. So ये सब चीजें रिसर्च दिखाया कि ये चीजें बैरियर होता है. Now, students also have a different perspective about active learning. They think through active learning they learn less. Why? Because they're used to taking notes. And the best method is when the teacher actually writes the sentences on the blackboard and we copy it. This is 100% correct note. So they think that through active learning, they are learning less. And then they are also nervous that if I have to participate, I may give wrong answer. And sometimes some of the interactions of peer interactions or in the classroom interaction to become active, they are stressful to them. So these are some perspectives of the student. Let's see if there is any answer to this. The first thing, which was about covering content. Actually, it is not true because teachers could ask students to read texts and watch videos outside the class that covers the same content that he would normally do it through a lecture. So our lecturing will be the sort of generate enthusiasm that they go and watch those videos, read those pages. Or even you can use the flipped classroom approach. Let them first read, then come to the class and discuss the questions. So the same content you can cover. Of course, you have to generate that enthusiasm within you, within the students to do it. About the class size. Now, there are different techniques that the teacher can use, even with huge classrooms of say 100, 120 students, no problem. You can even do it with more numbers. Suppose here, one example is given, and that is called lecture pause. So what you can do, you pause your lecture and ask the students to write down everything they remember from the lecture up to that point. Give them 3 minutes. Okay, now you all write down. And then you can even say, okay, now you pair up with the student next to you and check each other's note, what you have written, what she has written, and share additional points. Well, that becomes very active classroom. You see, even if the classroom size is large, it is possible. We'll come to some more methods that can be easily used for large classrooms later. Then the second thing that you can ask the student is to do concept mapping. So one is to write the notes, one is to draw the concept map. So whatever you have taught, say for the first 15, 20 minutes of the class, okay, you say, okay, now you sit and make a concept map. You alone or show it with the person next to you. You see? So you generate and you involve the students in the learning process. Just such simple ways, but yes, it works. Now, the fear among the students. Now, you introduce an activity by explaining the purpose. When you have an activity, when you explain in simple language, that fear, how it will be implemented.
ये पूरा गट्टा
अच्छा, ये कोड लेक्चर चालू है शायद साथ साथ. ओके, ठीक है.
माइक बंद करा प्लीज.
थैंक यू सर. सो फियर दूर करने के लिए हम जो बताते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को एक्टिविटी के लिए सिंपल भाषा में बताना चाहिए और एक्सपेक्टेशन क्या है उसका बारे में बताने का. सो जो फियर है, it goes because look at the student who comes to your class, first year of college, for example, 12 years, he has never been active in the class. And now you're asking them to be active. Of course, fear is, even if you and me were there, we would be frightened. So we have to remove that fear slowly, gradually. Then we can give them what is called lower stress activities. So there are activities that involve less speaking by them or making presentations. Suppose lecture pause, as I mentioned before, is a less stress activity, or giving self-assessment. Let them assess themselves, ask questions, let them assess themselves. Small group discussion, 4 of them together can have a discussion because they talk among their friends, so it is not stressful. They are low risk or lower stress activities. There are also higher stress activities that maybe you cannot do at the beginning because they are not used to it. For example, role playing, come in front of the class and act a skit. That is, of course, very stressful. Not everybody will be ready. Or making presentation, or groups for the whole class. You make and the talk for the whole class. These are little high stress activities that you can do later, not with the newcomers. So remember, the class should begin with easier, low-risk activities while students are still learning basic content, and then gradually move to more complex activities. So as teachers, we need to shift in our thinking and in our methods. So our emphasis should be on learning skills and competencies. The whole country is suffering because the students don't have skills, despite their many years of education. So as teachers, we should know that this student who goes out from my college should be skillful, even if she or he is learning a topic which we think has no skill in it. History, language. Well, these are all skillful activities. So we have to make sure that they get those skills. Through various activities, students can develop, suppose, problem-solving skill, critical thinking skills, reflection skills. These are all 21st century skills which are necessary, and the students should acquire it. Okay, I think I'll move a little faster. Yeah, so yes, this poll 3, I think this we will skip it to save time. Now, according to learning theories, friends, there are two types. Generally, there are two types of theories. One is conformist oriented, they are the methods, theories which are lecture based, which are discipline based, subject of which is taught, and they emphasize imitation of norms. This is conformist theory that most of us are affected by that. Then the other one comes liberation-oriented theories that explore desired responses, focus on discovery learning, and emphasizes group learning. So liberation-oriented theories help students to become liberated, means to become able to make their own judgments in life, to be empowered. Paulo Freire, one of the greatest thinkers of the last century, was a great promoter advocate of education which is liberating, not enslaving. And I think, I know in YCMOU's BEd program, there is, I think, a subject on Paulo Freire, his theories, and it is something wonderful that all of us can learn, and we can try to practice it so our students are empowered. Now, going to the purpose of education, see what Tolstoy says, the great Russian thinker. He said, the only purpose of education is freedom. What Paulo Freire says, liberation, Tolstoy says freedom. And the only method is experience. Method is not memorizing. Method is not repeating. Method is to experience that liberation. I suggest that really we should have another workshop sometime only on this sentence of Tolstoy about what is that freedom which Tolstoy talks about, and how should our method change that we liberate the students, those who can be in charge of their own lives. A great thinker said once, that the greatest prison of man is the prison of self. स्वार्थ वो सबसे बड़ा जेल है, स्वार्थ है. तो एजुकेशन हमें हमको फ्री करना है, should make us free from self. So now we have to really deeply think about what it means. How can self become like rope that ties our hands and legs, does not allow us freedom? We are becoming slaves to what when we are still in the jail of self? And how do we break open that jail? Well, this is, I think, education for life. It's not just to get a job. It is competency for life. Now, this poll 4, madam, can we share this poll 4? What are the factors that affect learning? Can we just quickly share the link, madam, please? Thank you. And can I ask everybody to please quickly answer within a minute? By end of the minute, we will share the result. Friends, please don't answer here. Please answer in the link, you know, the poll link.
Maximum poll for all of the above,
Okay, that is how many?
20 above.
20. Is it poll 4, madam, or is it poll 3?
Poll 4.
Poll 4.
Thinking critically is 3.
Because poll 3 was displayed.
3 participants given to second option. 28 above, all of the above.
This poll 3, madam.
मैडम वो शायद पोल 3 डिस्प्ले किया जाता है, प्लीज पोल 4 को डिस्प्ले कीजिए.
Which one, sir?
Poll number 4. What are the
4.
factors that affect learning?
Okay. Wait, sir. Link again I have to share.
Friends, please ये poll 4 आंसर कीजिए. प्लीज जल्दी आंसर कीजिए.
Participants, please share your vote. Fifteen for all of the above and none of the above 2.
I request everybody to please answer. It's just matter of one click. तो ज्यादा तकलीफ नहीं है शायद. Maybe one click or more than one click, doesn't matter. अच्छा, अभी तक कितना हो गया करते मैडम?
Sir, 27 and above, all of the above, and 2 for none of the above.
Okay. Thank you. आप please deactivate कीजिए link को. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your active participation. Now, let us see. Actually, the correct answer was all the above. Now, we will just look at these factors that are important for us when we want to implement any active learning, including cooperative learning. So motivation is of two types, transitory and permanent motivation. So when we say transitory, it is first of all to get high grade, to get first class. These are transitory, temporary. But permanent motivation is when you have a purpose beyond just scoring marks, which motivates you. As Dr. Abdul Kalam ji said, that is the dream which does not allow you to sleep. He says that is the dream that we should have. Now, as teachers, are we having our own dreams or not really? So do our students have those dreams, which is beyond just personal satisfaction and personal goals? We don't have time to go into this, but I wish that we could discuss more transitory and permanent motivations. You know, one of the activities that we do in the programs of the Baha'i Academy, we have value education programs of the Academy, which are approved by YCMOU and other universities. So one of the early exercises that we do is to help the students to know their own selves, all right? Who they are, what are their potentialities. And then we help them to formulate their own vision in life, their own mission in life. That becomes a source of motivation, having a vision and mission in life. Then engagement. Yes, engagement is having great impact on learning, which relates to previous learning or could be both short-term and long-term memory. This relates to engagement. It could be mental engagement or physical engagement. Then activity. There are some stimulus that we give, suppose a play to create various responses. That is again necessary for learning. Evaluation and feedback is affecting the learning. That's what you are doing now. When we say poll questions, you are giving your feedback. So this is very important. And the reinforcement, which is question of punishment, question of reward. And then these are, some of the parameters that enhance learning. Now, this is very important that Grafham suggests that active learning has 3 components, friends. Please, this is most important. What are the 3 components? One is intellectual engagement. Second, purposeful observation. And third, critical reflection. So these are the 3 components to make sure active learning takes place. When you talk of intellectual engagement, is hands-on practice, where students perform the task or engage the skills they are expected to learn. For example, we say role-playing or evaluating a website. These are intellectual engagement. So it's not only listening from one ear and exit from the other ear. No, it is to get engaged with the lesson. When we say purposeful observation, the students watch demonstration or observe interactions in order to learn skills. So as a teacher, you demonstrate something. Okay, that is enhancing the learning. Or they do a task, for example, demonstration by the teacher, as I said before. Or they can watch a reference interview to learn how interview should be done. When we talk of critical reflection, this is a metacognitive act in which students reflect on their own learning. This step is crucial because it encourages students to make connections and helps to deepen their learning. So, periodic reflection. Now, I'm just moving a little fast, skipping some of the slides. I wanted really this activity to be done. This is very interesting, but we don't have time, so we skip it. And then, yeah. Now, Prince, educationist, identifies 3 of the most common approaches to active learning. Now, the 3 approaches that Prince has identified, one is collaborative learning, cooperative learning, and problems-based learning, all right? These are the 3 approaches that Prince has identified. Collaborative learning, according to Prince, is any type of learning in which students work together on a project or towards the same learning outcome. This we are not going to discuss today. It's one method of active learning, but we are not taking this up. Cooperative learning is also a collaborative learning, but the emphasis is on joint incentives and common goals. So the group has a common goal to suppose write a paragraph that is collaborative. Cooperative, they'll have like a jigsaw. They all should do some part of it, then fit together, then the job is done. And then problem-based learning, the instructor presents students with a challenge or scenario, often drawn from the real world. As I said at the beginning, that we have used a scenario-based approach for BEBA, where we give a challenge to the student based on the real world. Students must develop solutions to the problems. So this also we are not going to discuss today. We are going to discuss only about cooperative learning. Yes. Now in the world today, there's lots of competition and there's lots of cooperation. There is competition. Some people try to be better than others. When there is cooperation, people work together towards a common aim. And that's what we want, because real life is not competitive. It is, real life is cooperative. Nature is also cooperative. If it was competitive, then nature would go extinct in no time. But because there is collaboration and cooperation, therefore, nature continues, evolves. Yes, so the values which are used in cooperative learning, they are values of cooperation, unity, peacefulness, harmony, and pursuit of knowledge. These are some of the values which are inbuilt in cooperative learning. So you see, if we are promoting value education, for example, as NEP has told us, then we cannot use a teaching learning methodology which is not promoting those values. Suppose the way the students sit in the classroom, usually, they all sit, they see each other's back, and they see only the teacher. So in this classroom, who is the center? Teacher is the center. Why she is the center? Because she knows. The students don't know. So what is the process? Only listen to the teacher. So this is the value which we are propagating through a lecture method. But then we go to cooperative learning, we say, oh, the situation becomes different. We are promoting collaboration, inclusivity, talking to each other, peacefulness, respecting each other, listening to each other, harmony. So this is how our even teaching methodology, our pedagogy, our andragogy, they are all reflecting those values and principles. And as it was said before, like all the other active learnings, the academic performance of the students are good, better in cooperative learning. Plus, of course, their attitudes change and their value system becomes stronger. Now, you all have heard of Harvard University, which is one of the topmost universities in the world. And you know, they have a center for teaching learning, where the teachers go and share their experiences. It is where there is absolute active learning take place. Why not we should have active learning as the pedagogy, as their teaching learning methodology in our institutions, if it is so important? Can't we at least imitate Harvard in this little way? Then it's not only higher achievement, but also improved social interactions take place through cooperative learning. Okay. Now, usually cooperative learning takes place in groups of different numbers of students. Suppose some structures, means the way we organize the students, are based on pairs, that is 2 persons, जोड़ी होता है, एक प्रकार cooperative structure है. पेयर डिस्कशन वगैरह हम बताएंगे थोड़ा देर में। दूसरा है ट्रायड्स, मतलब थ्री मेंबर्स स्टूडेंट्स का। योर ग्रुप ऑफ 4 है, टीम कहा जाता है उसको, 4 मेंबर्स है। और कमिटी सर्कल है, जो आइदर ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स और पार्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स बिकम ए बिगर ग्रुप। तो उस हिसाब से क्लास कंडक्ट किया जाता है। ओके, ये सब जो स्ट्रक्चर्स है डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट के लिए हमें यूज करते हैं, कर सकता है। Each group of students should have a combination of faster and slower learner. आप ये ध्यान दीजिए कि जब ग्रुप हम बनाता है, ऐसा नहीं करना कि सब इंटेलिजेंट और फास्ट लर्नर्स को एक साथ में रखा जाएगा, वीकर लर्नर स्टूडेंट्स को एक साथ में रखा जाएगा। There is a very wrong practice. I hope it is not there in some colleges that they have different sections. Suppose section A, they are all fast learners students. Then there is section B like that. ये तो बिल्कुल गलत है। Cooperative learning is telling us that even the groups that we make for students, even among them, there should be combination of fast learner, slow learner, medium learner, students of different backgrounds, different cultures, different religions. Then it is heterogeneous. So the combination of the group itself is giving the message of inclusivity plus better learning. Boys and girls. Yeah, so there are 3 most important standards for cooperative learning. Please remember, one is active listening. Now, we have some exercises on active listening, which we cannot do now because of the shortage of time. So the students learn that they have to listen carefully to each other. So when there's suppose 4 of us discussing, I have to learn that first, before I give my comment, I have to listen to the other 3 members. So we are promoting active listening. We train them on how to actively listen. Then second standard is happy talk. That means we speak gently with each other. We don't shout at each other. We share joy. We give quality comments about each other. See what a great impact it has, even on the shy students. When she hears compliments from the other members, honest compliments. And this adds to her level of confidence to be able to share her views. And then the third standard is everyone participates. There are methods, but suppose we did something called talking chips that maybe I'll tell later when we come to team discussion. In talking chips, you make sure that everybody talks before, again, the first person has a chance to talk. So the teacher, I'm a teacher of a class where I'm implementing cooperative learning. I don't sit at my own desk and busy reading, do my own reading, or just looking at the students. No, I have to move around in the classroom. I go and listen intensely to what the students are discussing. I don't interfere with them. I should not interfere unless there is something totally wrong. But when I listen to them, even I nod my head in conformity with what they are saying. Yes, that is what you say is good, very good. This gives them motivation. So really our role as a teacher becomes different. We'll come to that. Students are often praised and rewarded. This helps cooperative learning to work well. Praise should come from both teachers and the students. And you should tell the students why what he or she is doing is good. For example, Anita, I can see that your description of these problems has improved since the beginning of the term. So you are giving the reason why you are encouraging. It's not emptying. And politeness, of course, is so important for both us and the teachers. We really don't shout at the students. There is no need for shouting, You become friends with each other. I'm not saying that then the students will sit on our head. No, it doesn't happen. No student has sat on my head for the past 40 years. All right? So, but when you genuinely love them, when you genuinely motivate them, when you genuinely want them to improve and listen to them, of course they respond in the same manner. Now, when we come to the management of the classroom, first, we as teachers should present positive attitude. Secondly, we have to be just, fair, reasonable, practice happy talk, we ourselves, and we should be self-disciplined. Now, these are the things which we don't have time to go into it, but some of them are acceptable in the classroom of cooperative and some of them are not acceptable. I just read it and you say to yourself, is it acceptable or not? One, praising. Is it acceptable in the cooperative learning classroom? Two, consulting. If it is yes or no, you just tell to yourself, you can write it down. Whatever is acceptable, you write down. Listening. Practicing patience. Giving sarcastic comments to the students. Is it good? Arguing. You can do it, but then you will kill the class. Shouting. Oh my God. Belittling the views of some students. Oh, you do nothing. You can't think it. What is this? We are at the end of the semester, you're still asking such question. Encouraging, having eye contact, cursing, God forbid, using positive body language. All right, so whichever is acceptable, you do it. There is something called quiet signal. Now, because we don't have time, I'll just miss out on this class rule. Also, we won't go into it. Yes, we go to the groups that mostly groups are made up of pairs, triads, or teams. Occasionally, groups are made of 5 or 6 students or the whole class. It's preferable if we have mixed group, as I said before. Then there are structures. So to begin with, we can learn about the following simple structures. You know, it's always better to start with easier ones. So we get confidence, the students learn, and then gradually we go to the more complex one. The easiest one is pair discussion. Even if you have 120 students in the class, as they are sitting, you just pair them up. You say you and you pair number 1, you and you pair number 2, you and you pair number 3. That's it. Then you give questions to them and tell, okay, now please discuss in pairs. And these are usually the low consensus questions. That means there can be hundreds of answers, Suppose you say a question that in your experience, what is the best way that the teacher should greet the students when she enters a classroom? Okay, how many best ways are there? According to the same number of the students, there can be 120 best ways, So you don't want to come to one conclusion. So it is called a low consensus question. Or I request you that as we are discussing, you please jot down at least one question from your subject that you teach, which is the type of question of low consensus, which is like ice breaking, which is like you want the students kind of warm up to start thinking in terms of the topic of the day. Suppose it's a physics question. So it's physics session, you may give a question of physics to them, which is low consensus, but they get into the discussion, something related to that topic. Or just to say, what do you know about quantum, I don't know, physics? Okay, if it is a high grade class, maybe postgraduate class, or whatever. So they may know thousands of things, but that's all right, let them discuss. So it is called pair discussion, which is a low consensus question. It's a very wonderful icebreaker, a very wonderful active learning, because you involve the class 100%. The second one, is pair discussion share. That's when you want them to share and you want to maybe come to a sort of higher consensus. So suppose you give a typical question that then you ask them to, to reason out. Suppose you say, according to you, who has had the most impactful effect on education in India? So discuss and give your reasons. All right. So then they discuss. Then you can call upon different shared pairs to stand up. Both of them stand up and share their answers. Now, please remember, cooperative learning classes are no hands classes. You don't ask which pair wants to answer, raise your hand. No, if you do that, you will kill the whole interactivity because some students, they are happy. If I don't raise up my hand, madam will not ask me. So chalo, we'll discuss something else. The students should know that you can call upon any pair to stand up. What I do in my classes is that when I make the pairs, I write the pair numbers. Suppose I have, say, 100 students, 50 pairs, 1 to 50. And then I say, okay, now pair number 23, you please stand up and give. And then I mark on my chart that I have asked pair number 23. Next time I'll ask pair number 45 or pair number 2. So I make sure that I give equal attention to all the pairs, and everybody is ready that, okay, now sir or madam is going to ask our pair to discuss, to give answer. Then think pair share. Now this is little different. In the pair discussion share, you tell them that, okay, you discuss. But in think pair share, you say, okay, now before you discuss, you have 1 minute time, you think about your own answer. Sometimes you tell them, write pair share. So you tell them, you write your answer, 1 minute, then you pair up, and then you share. So the students are not just depending on what the other members say, but each one of them writes her answer. This is very, very important thinking structure that you can use. Then we have pair discussion, write share. So you tell them you discuss first, then you write your answer. Then you share. So you give them time. 2 minutes for discussion. Now 1 minute to write. Now we start sharing. All right. So that is how we conduct the pair discussion, write share. And then team discussion is basically when we put together 4 members and we give them question to discuss. Now this let me see if there are, yes, these we discuss. We have team discussion and we have team discussion share. After discussing, then you ask the team, 1 member to stand up and share. And what again we do is that we keep track of which team have we asked them to share. So next time we ask some other team, so all the teams remain alert and they are ready to share their points. And each time a different member of the team should stand up and share. So you see, you are making sure that all the members are given a chance to share. So this is thinking skill structures that develops the students' thinking ability. Of course, we have team interview and we have a community circle, but we don't have, we have Blackboard share. There are many different structures that we are unable to now discuss them here. But we have a 30-hour module on cooperative learning, which is approved also by YCMOU. And definitely we would encourage you to take it. We are in fact now developing a 16 credit course on cooperative and collaborative learning. It may take some time to produce it, and then for those of you who like to get more deeper understanding and practice, then they can use that certificate course. So we have Blackboard Share, and we have, these are the other structures which are there in our module: pair heads together, round robin, round table, simultaneous, discussion. Then we have choral response, we have talking chips, team discussion, right share, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Thank you for your active participation.
Thank you, sir. Very wonderful session, sir.
Thank you, sir. Very
The
nice
detailed
session.
information. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Very nice session as usual.
Thank you, madam. It's very nice of you.
Thank you.
All बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you,
Really,
madam.
it's a great.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
And I really wish that some of the participants who like to remain in touch, you are most welcome. You can contact us through the email address that Kriti madam can share with you. We'll be very happy to share the little experience that we have. Thank you so much and best wishes.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskar.
sir, delay, sir.
Namaskar Khardila sir. Happy to see you.
सर आई अटेंड योर लेक्चर. आपका जो है आज भी वही है जो मैंने पहली बार सुना था.
अच्छा, improve नहीं
हाँ.
हुआ कुछ?
हाँ.
No, 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 not
तो
like that.
ये जो लेसन आजादी जो नाम है ना, तो पूरी एजुकेशन में एक अलग सी आजादी फैला दी है आपने. हाँ.
Thank you.
आजादी का एक अलग ही लेसन है. और ये काफी मायने रखता है कि आज की जो नेक्स्ट जनरेशन है हमारे पीछे वाली की, उनके लिए ऐसी कुछ ओरिएंटेशन होनी चाहिए. ज्यादा है क्योंकि डेप्थ ऑफ नॉलेज जो भी है और सब्जेक्ट का जो भी डेप्थ है वो उसके ऊपर हर प्रकार से सोचना ज्यादा जरूरी है. और वो हो नहीं रहा आज की तारीख में. तो ऐसे आपके लेक्चर की वजह से ये एक नई दिशा इन लोगों को मिल सकती है और थोड़ा अलग से एक परसेप्शन इनमें आ सकता है. तो इसी वजह से आपका ये जो लेक्चर है काफी उम्मीद भरा लेक्चर रहा इन सब के लिए. और ऐसे ही आप हमें आगे जाके गाइड करते रहे, यही शुभकामनाओं के साथ में.
Thank you, sir. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you. Anytime, anytime. It's my pleasure. Thank you, sir.
थँक्यू सर. मी तसं सरांशी बोलले होते. आझादी सर म्हणतायत की आपल्याला ऑफलाईन सेशन खरं तर हे कोऑपरेटिव्ह लर्निंगचं जरा जास्त चांगलं झालं असतं. तर त्याबद्दल मी सरांशी चर्चा केलेली आहे. थँक्यू सर वन्स अगेन. यू आर एक्सेप्टिंग आवर इन्व्हिटेशन अँड गाईड अस व्हेरी नाईसली.
Thank you.
थँक्यू.
My honor. Thank you so much.
पुढचं सेशन आपलं लगेच सुरू होतंय. मॅडम जॉईन होत आहेत. वेलकम मॅम. व्हेरी गुड आफ्टरनून मॅम.
Good afternoon.
आजच्या आपल्या दुसऱ्या सेशनला आपण सुरुवात करतो आहोत.
नमस्कार, खेडकर
डॉक्टर
मॅडम.
संध्या खेडे. हा मॅम बोला.
आपल्याला HPT ला HPT ला जॉईन झाल्यानंतर पहिल्यांदाच भेट.
SMRK College.
SMRK ला.
Yes.
Thank you for accepting our invitation
Yes.
and coming here.
Oh,
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
yes. Thank you, ma'am.
हे सुरू करूयात आपण. मी डॉक्टर क्षत्रिय मॅमला विनंती करते की त्यांनी मॅमचा परिचय करून द्यावा.
Good afternoon. Our principal, Honorable Dr. Kushan Kadile sir, Honorable Emeritus Professor Dr. Kavita Saunke ma'am, our colleagues, professors, teachers, and students. I welcome you all to the Faculty Development Program. Let us introduce one of the most prestigious, outstanding, influential in personality who is immensely contributing to our educational world, making the world more productive and progressive by producing a dynamic and valuable teachers for the coming generation. Today, I feel privileged to introduce Dr. Sandhya Milind Khedekar, Principal, Gokhale Education Society, SMRK Mahila Mahavidyalaya, Nasik. She has done MA in English, MEd, set in education, PhD in education, postdoctorate pursuing from Eudoxia Research University, USA. 19-year experience as teacher educator and 7 years as principal. Worked in All India Radio as RJ for 2 years. PT members of National Council for Teacher Education, Delhi. Peer teams members of NAC Bangalore. Recognized PhD guide of Savitribai Phule Pune University, Pune. BOS member of VIT Bhopal University and Bhavna's College Autonomous Mumbai. She is passionate about innovative ways of teaching learning with the help of technology. She has trained more than 12,000 teachers in more than 24 countries in the pandemic period for digital tools and ways of online teaching. Has published 2 patents on machine learning and IoT technology in 2023. She is karate black belt and material arts trainer. She has trained more than 20,000 girls for defense in Maharashtra. Recipients of 20 national, 10 international awards. For example, Professor Indira Parekh 50 Women's Educational Leaders Award. She is selected in 50 Women's Leaders in South Asia. Dr. Sharu Rangnekar National Award rupees 1 lakh. Devang Mehta National Awards for Leadership in Education. More than 30 state level awards for training and women's empowerment work. Published more than 92 research papers in international and national educational journals and presented more than 125 papers in international, national, state conference and seminars. Educational advisor of Malaysia and Madhya Pradesh state educational projects. Published a book on ICT in education at Germany. Her books are available on Amazon.com. She is author of books like Educational Research, Education 4.0, Bhartiya Nari, Project-Based Learnings, Leading Education in the Age of Discrimination, etc. She is the resource person for international conference and FDP's for more than 10 countries, delivered more than 300 lectures online and offline as a resource person. She is YouTubers and educational researchers, counselor, editors, soft skill trainers, self-defense trainers, authors of books, good communicators and orators. Now I would request Dr. Khedekar ma'am to kindly share her valuable insights. Thank you.
मॅडम
आवाज
डिस्कनेक्ट
येतोय?
झाले का?
मॅडम आवाज नाही येते.
सर लाईट गेलीये त्यांच्याकडे.
बर.
Very good afternoon. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sorry for the technical glitch, and I'm happy to be here. Dr. Kavita Salunke madam is in this meeting room, Dr. Bhushan Kadile, principal of the college, and all the organizing team. It is always pleasure to be associated with this institution and even with ICMOU. So the topic today given to me is, today I'm not going to give any lecture, real demonstrations, some hands-on experiences, and what exactly we can do in the field of education, because National Education Policy 2020 itself is saying that we need to go beyond our classroom teaching. We can adapt blended mode of teaching, learning, synchronous, asynchronous, both, and there are so many things we can do in the field of education when we adapt the technology. So I'm sharing my screen with you all. I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Is it? Okay. So the topic today given to me is about teaching strategies for new era, hands-on learning or active learning. When we think of active learning, here the active word actually is related to both teacher and learner. And at the same time, as I know, in the field of education, when we use different kind of technologies, artificial intelligence is one of the things that is coming up right now. And there are hundreds and hundreds of tools available with help of artificial intelligence, which can be incorporated and very easily access is there, and they are freely available for all the educators and for all the teachers and for all the students. So let us move to the point, that is artificial intelligence, because when this topic came to me, I thought of certain things, that what kind of demos should be there in this faculty development program, so that after completion of this session, you all will be able to use these techniques or use these tools in your day-to-day teaching learning life. So in this picture, you can see that when we think of human evolution, man's evolution, and someday will come and we might say that, see, in the cloud, and my brain is stored in the cloud. So that might happen in coming future, because artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality, and all other technologies coming up. Robots are there in the classroom. So we must see all this as what is AI? AI is actually, it is a software engine that drives the fourth industrial revolution. And when we think of nearby technologies in daily life, we are using smart home technologies, like we can switch on or switch off the AC with small gadget. We can have it on mobile. All the apps are available. And if I forget something, that if I'm in the office, sitting in the office, and my home AC is on, so I can switch off that from sitting in the office. So that kind of applications AI is supporting nowadays. Here in the picture, you can see that is a smart fridge, which can actually tell you that how much calories you consumed in a day and what needs to be done. So some examples, and then we will actually move to the demos. Nowadays, we are using different kinds of smart watches which help us for actually telling you that how much you have calories you have consumed, how much you have burned, and how should you walk. So everything is available. Smart glasses with help of artificial intelligence, they are coming up, and they say that there is no need of GPS technology in coming future. I mean, just with help of these kind of glasses, you will be able to know that where you are traveling. If you are traveling, you are somewhere, and you can just see that in which area you are traveling, what is this road, what is the address of that particular place. So everything is possible. Those who don't want to use the glasses, they can use these kind of smart contact lenses which are available with help of artificial intelligence and augmented reality. These kind of UHD, HDR, VR glasses, some engineering colleges and technology, pharmacy, medical colleges, they are using this. Actually, virtual reality can be actual. We feel that this is a real scene or real incidents happening in front of me. So this is possible. IoT concept, you all might be knowing that Internet of Things, all the gadgets or devices are nearby you, they are connected with internet. So that is there. Then robots, cobots, and drones. In intelligence department nowadays in India also, we are using this. We are having different kinds of drones and cobots and robots. Humanoid, her name is Sophia. She is a humanoid robot. And you might have heard or listened about the news or on some channels that she can actually behave like human being. She can think like human. She can talk like human. There are some female humanoid news anchors as well. You can see in the picture. Then we have humanoid robot RJ. They can react, response like human beings. So programs are done in that way. We have some robo nurses in various hospitals. In Thailand, it is there. In USA, Canada, Australia. In many countries, robo nurses are there because human beings make mistake, machine don't. So once the programming is done, and once it is decided that this robo will do this particular job, so they do it very efficiently and with a zero error. So that is very much important. Then we have Clickbot, educational robot. They can listen, think, and even react. So in the picture, you can see it is a small gadget, and they are very much liked by small children, especially schools and colleges they can use, because this clickboard, it can climb, it can dance, it can crawl, or even serve morning coffee. If I'm sitting on this chair and if I ask clickboard that bring that coffee mug to me, it can bring. It can climb, it can crawl, it can dance. Even for some gaming part or some educational activities, we can use in the classroom situation. Then we have this educational robot, Clickbot. Microbots are there. You can see a very small chip, small robo, inspection robo for as a vigilance card in the examination system. We can use this. We have some mosquito robo also. Means this look like mosquito actually. In the examination room, there is no need of CCTV cameras in coming future. Instead of CCTV, we can just ask this mosquito robot to move around, take a look, and it will click picture, it will click videos for you. And there is no need of vigilance squad as well. When we think of various kinds of active learning situations, here always there is a point that what is ideal approach and what is human approach of education. And various tools of technology, we can see that systems that think rationally and systems that act rationally. Rather, in human approach, system that think like human and system that act like humans. So rational thinking is different and human thinking is different. And when the machines behave like human, machines think like human, artificial intelligence works in that way that various kinds of strategic game system like chess we can play. We can have Google search engine, web search engines, recommendation system like YouTube, Amazon, understanding human speech. Like we are using Siri and Alexa nowadays, and we can ask Siri that, hey Siri, tell me the address of this place. So it is possible. Even devices like Alexa, on mobile app, we are having Alexa. And if we ask Alexa that, tell me or information about this particular place or thing, or sing a song, Alexa will do that for you, because Alexa is programmed in such a way. So whatever question is asked by human being, it gets converted into machine language, and again machine language converts it into human language. Then we have automated decision making. Generative and creative tools like ChatGPT and AI art. Nowadays, it is very much used. Self-driving car like Waymo. Understanding human speech. Various devices are coming up. We have 3 types of artificial intelligence. Some basic things I will tell initially, and later on we will move to the demonstration, and I will show you some demos of various kinds of digital tools with hands-on experience. So when we think of various types of artificial intelligence, the first thing comes to my mind is ANI, artificial narrow intelligence. What ANI says, ANI is actually stage 1 machine learning, which specializes in one area and solves one problem at a time, like we do in Alexa, Siri, and Cortana. Then second stage is artificial general intelligence, where AGI, machine intelligence, is there. It refers to a computer that is as smart as human across the board. And third is machine consciousness, stage 3, and intellect that is much smarter than the best human brains in practically every field. So think of a machine or a robo or a small clickboard or a small HDR device, which actually is as intelligent as human or smarter than human being, and they can practically think in every field. It's a wonderful thing, my dear friends. If we understand it, it is creating awesome environment in the field of teaching and learning. Then when we think of machine learning, deep learning, supervised and unsupervised learning is there. Then natural language processing, content extraction, classification, machine translation, question answering, and text generation is there. We can have some expert systems and vision, image recognition, machine vision, speech planning and robotic speech to text and text to speech, and the potential benefits of AI in education. Why should we use? Why it is important? And what kind of tools or gadgets are available around us? The potential benefits of AI in education are, the first thing is it saves a lot of time and energy. We do so much monotonous work. Like every year, we draw the question papers, we correct the question papers, we conduct the exam, we create the mark sheets, you do Excel use and all the technical things we do. So all the technical part that can be taken care of AI device, and we can more focus on more creative and innovative ways of teaching learning. So now this was background about AI in education, various kinds of tools available with help of artificial intelligence. Now let us move to the actual demonstration. The first tool I will be telling you, that is Gamma.app. It is a new medium for presenting ideas powered by artificial intelligence. I'll take you to the Google itself. Now let me show you the, for this thing. Let me share my Google. So in Gamma.app, what can be done is, let me take you to this part. Just go on Google, and what you need to do is type Gamma.app. Gamma.app. Once you type it, this kind of screen will appear, and it is taking few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And in Gamma.app, actually it is a free tool. What you need is, you just need your Gmail ID. With help of your Gmail ID, you can use Gamma.app. And believe me, those who are not techno-savvy teachers, or we sometimes feel that it takes a lot of time to create some PowerPoint presentations. And if I ask you that how much time you take to create a wonderful presentation, some people may say that 2 days, 4 days, 2 hours, 8 days, depends on our skills, depends on our time, depends on our priority. So what kind of work schedules we have. So it is a time consuming process because getting the content, making them bullet points, taking the pictures which are not copyrighted again. And if I tell you this Gamma.app can create presentation for you just in 30 seconds without copyrighted images, with a beautiful content, and all the slides are done. So once you go on Gamma.app, this kind of screen will appear. So it will ask you, 3 options are there. First is paste in text. If you already have some notes or text, you can paste here. Or you can generate a new slide, create 1 line prompt in few seconds. You just have to give 1 line prompt. So what is prompt? Prompt engineering is one of the concepts we need to understand first, that whatever instructions we are giving to these kinds of digital devices, they understand our language and they reply accordingly. Like we do in ChatGPT. Many teachers say that, Madam, ChatGPT to kuch deta hi nahi hai. Hum kuch puchte wo kuch aur deta hai. The reason is we do not know the prompt engineering. What kind of prompt we should give? Means if we are giving the correct information, machine language will understand the correct thing and it will give you the correct thing. So here generate option is there and we have option import file or URL. So I'm clicking on generate. You can see on the screen that it takes just 30 seconds to create beautiful presentation. So once I click on generate, it again this kind of window will appear and it will ask me presentation or web page or document. Means I can create my presentation just in few seconds. I can create my web page in few seconds and I can create some document. So I am writing here, typing here, AI in education. AI in education. Okay. And once I click on generate outline, just see it generates outline for me in few seconds and it will give me beautiful presentation. You can see on the screen. If I click on continue, it will ask me that what color combination you want or what background you want. Once I click on the background, any color theme I can select. I'm just selecting this one. And once I ask generate, it will generate a beautiful presentation for me within few seconds. So this is an artificial intelligence based tool, which is freely available. In one day, 8 presentations, 8 PPTs can be generated. You can download it, you can share it. As this is based on AI tool, artificial intelligence, there is no copyrighted issue. You can use it for education purpose. All the images pasted here, they are copyrighted free. So don't worry, because we live in the era of OER, Open Educational Resources. So there is no need of worrying about copyright issues. Because OER itself, Open Education Resources itself tells you. So this, see, within few seconds, this is generating this beautiful presentation for me. I have done nothing. I have just typed 1 line, AI in education, that is my theme, and Gamma has finished generating. You can see over here, this beautiful PPT is ready for me just in 10 seconds. Isn't it wonderful? You don't have to worry. Just think that, see, the first slide it has given me, it is about the transformative potential of AI in education. It is my daughter's name, it is given by Niharika. Then we have enhancing the learning experience. Second slide with all the bullet points picture added. Personalized instruction and adaptive learning. Then next slide you can see. It's a really wonderful tool. It's really wonderful tool. You don't have to worry about putting bullet points, having the logical sequence, putting the pictures. It automatically does for you. It's like your assistant. What is this AI tool? AI tool is your assistant. And this presentation is ready for me just in 10 seconds. For example, I'm giving this session in this FDP. And prior to this week, if I am very much busy, and I didn't get time to prepare a PPT. So what I will do, while somebody is introducing me in the session, I have literally done this. I have literally done this in some sections, that I logged in the session and some person is giving introduction to me. And I went on gamma.app and I put the title of the, मैंने actual में ये किया है, ये session मेरा शुरू होने वाला है और अभी मुझे किसी ने पूछा मैडम आपको ये टॉपिक पे सेशन देना है, मैंने उनका जो टॉपिक है वो gamma.auth में डाला and in 10 seconds my PPT was ready and I could present the session. So that is possible, my dear friends. Gamma.app is wonderful tool. It gives you free slideshow, 8 presentations in a day. You need, if you want 8 से ज्यादा तो हम एक दिन में PPT क्यों बनाएंगे? अगर बनानी है तो आपको दूसरा email ID यूज करना पड़ेगा. So this is the best way to have PPT presentations. And here on the right hand side there is an option of present. So once you click on present, you can have a present view, or you can download it, you can share it, you can see it, collaborate, share, export. So once you click on export button, export gives you export to PowerPoint, and it will export this presentation to PowerPoint and you can download it as PPT. So it is possible just in 10-15 seconds. क्योंकि बहुत बार ऐसे होता था कि हम पीपीटी बना रहे, आई रिमेम्बर 15 years बैक हम लोग जब पावर पॉइंट नया नया सीखे थे, so we were in a dilemma that how much time it takes. I mean, sometimes I used to take 8 days, 4 days for making one presentation because I had read a lot. I had to read a lot, read the books, to get the points, put in the pictures, put animations and everything. And here is option, my dear friends. Export is ready and you can download. Click here to download. Immediately, your PPT will get downloaded in the form of PowerPoint presentation. Here you can see one download is in progress, the transformative potential of AI in education. And it took only 15 seconds to create this PPTs. Here, I'm just opening it for you. You can see over here. So this PPT is ready. The topic for the PPT is the transformative potential of AI in education. So here is the PowerPoint presentation show. सिर्फ 15 सेकेंड में आपको gamma.app एक ब्यूटीफुल प्रेजेंटेशन बना के देता है. दिस इज अ कॉपीराइटेड फ्री. You don't have to worry about copyright. All the pictures added, they are copyrighted free. All the content is generated by artificial intelligence, very 100% correct content. No need of checking that whether it is correct or not. Because what AI does is, AI collects all the information available on the web with help of all the researches, and you can just do it. So this was the first demo I wanted to show you. Now let us move to the next app. This was about gamma.app. Now let us move to the next part. You might so sorry for the technical glitch. Now, and there is some technical glitch again and again. Electricity is going, so लाइट जाते थे वहां स्विच होता है इंटरनेट. आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट. आई एम शेयरिंग द स्क्रीन अगेन. सो लेट अस हैव द नेक्स्ट डेमो ऑफ स्लाइड्स जीपीटी. So just go on the Google and type slidesgpt.com. Slidesgpt.com. This kind of screen will appear for you, and it is taking 1, 2, 3. Now, if I ask you what this SlideGPT does, as I told you, like gamma.app, SlideGPT also give you beautiful presentation. What you have to do is just type a title and create. So I will, my favorite topic, ICT in education. So I want a PPT on ICT education. So I just have typed the title and I create slide. You can see a small mouse. It is running for me for 30 seconds and it will create beautiful presentation for me. After these two apps, I will move to the next this thing, means right from teaching, learning, evaluation, and even for your making your lesson plans, making the rubrics. Various kinds of rubrics are available on just click many times. In education, we need to prepare some rubrics, some POs, LOs, program outcome, learning outcome. They can be done just on a click. So that is possible. You can see आपको स्क्रीन में दिख रहा है. The first slide is ICT in education. The agenda it has given me like introduction of ICT in education, historical context, types of ICT tools, benefits also. So till conclusion. So these are the slides. Historical context. You can see still generating with beautiful pictures. So this is possible with help of Slides GPT. It is a next version of Chat GPT. Chat GPT हमको content देता है and Slide GPT give us a presentation. So this is the next tool. Now let us move to the next application. You can see over here, I'll just scroll down. You can see that this kind of PPT is ready. It takes only 15 seconds, only 15 seconds. Okay. So now the next tool I want to show is really wonderful. I really like this. ये मेरा favorite है, EduAid. आपको गूगल पे जाना है and type eduaid.ai. eduaid.ai. EDUAIDE. eduaid.ai. आपको दिख रहा है ठीक से? Screen is visible? Yeah. So eduaid.ai आपके लिए क्या करते हैं बताइए? It can give you lesson seed. It can give you unit plan. Basically, those who are teacher educators, B.Ed college में जो भी लोग हैं ना, यहाँ पे FDP पे, उनके लिए बहुत important है ये. Unit plan ये आपको बना के देगा. Prior knowledge, learning objective, engagement activities, assessment measures, evidence statements, lesson plan with help of 5 E's. That is 5 E's: engage, explore, and आपको rubric बनाना है. Rubric भी ये बना के देगा. So I will show one by one. कुछ पॉइंट्स दिखाऊं क्योंकि बहुत सारे टूल्स है मेरे पास. आज बहुत बड़ा खजाना है. आई एम गोइंग टू शो यू मेनी टूल्स. तो एक एक टूल के लिए हम थोड़ा थोड़ा टाइम लेंगे. तो जस्ट लेट मी शो यू. आपको करना क्या है पता है? जस्ट सिलेक्ट दैट व्हाट यू वांट. इसमें से क्या चाहिए? आई विल सिलेक्ट दिस वन, यूनिट प्लान. आप यू कैन सिलेक्ट एनीथिंग एंड यू कैन एक्सप्लोर इट. इट्स वेरी वंडरफुल, very user friendly, and is freely available. You don't have to pay anything for it. Pele, you have to ask it. It will ask you which subject you want. All subjects are there: science, social studies, mathematics, language, arts, enrichment, career, speech, language, anything. You can select the grade, which grade you want, right from primary to upper class till college level student. So I'll select college level. Unit plan, and what I do need to do is just put a title, that what unit plan you want, which topic. For if I am teaching an environment subject, so I will type pollution. Just the topic or title. थोड़ा बड़ा लेते ICT. Again, my favorite subtopic, ICT in education. Okay. Because I teach this subject, I really love this subject. Add to workplace. It started generating for me, my dear friends. Within 10 seconds, within 10 seconds, it will give you unit plan for ICT in education. See on the right hand side, it is overview. You can see objectives it has given: understand the role of ICT in modern education, analyze the benefits, develop skills, create. And the first week, introduction to ICT in education, lesson 1, what is ICT? Lesson 2, historical context of ICT in education. Week 2, benefits of ICT. This is lesson plan. ये सिंपल लेसन प्लान है. आई डोंट वांट दिस. मुझे ये नहीं चाहिए. मुझे कुछ और वाला लेसन प्लान चाहिए जो 5 E's पे डिपेंड है. तो लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में you can see lesson plan with 5 E's is there. I'll click the same topic and I just click on generate. It will again generate a next lesson plan for me with 5 E's. This is again copyrighted free. AI tools can be used freely for teaching learning. Don't worry. तो कोई टीचर्स मुझे पूछते हैं अगर मैडम हमें ये सब AI हमको बना के देगा तो हम क्या करेंगे वो बताने वाले. We have a lot of work to do. C unit plan with 5 E's. ये सिर्फ 10 seconds लेता है. हो गया. Now 5E lesson plan, ICT in education, lesson title, it has given the role of ICT in enhancing learning outcomes, grade level, college level, post secondary, duration 90 minute, 90 minute तक मुझे ये lesson पढ़ाना है. फर्स्ट 15 मिनट में मुझे क्या करना है ये मुझे बताएगा. पूरा 90 मिनट में मैंने क्या करना है. एंगेज 15 मिनट्स एक्टिविटी अनपैकिंग पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस विद आईसीटी. इसका डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है. टीचर्स का रोल भी दिया है. व्हाट टीचर नीड्स टू डू इन फर्स्ट 15 मिनट्स. एक्सपेक्टेड स्टूडेंट बिहेवियर, स्टूडेंट का बिहेवियर एक्सपेक्टेड क्या होना चाहिए एक्सप्रेस, वो भी दिया है. जैसे हम क्यूरियोसिटी पैदा करते हैं इंट्रोडक्शन में या फिर सेट ऑफ इंडक्शन में. Explore for 20 minutes activity, group investigation of ICT tools, description, teacher role, expected student behavior. Next 20 minutes में क्या करना है. I can have group presentation on findings. पूरा instruction, description, teacher's role, student outcome सब कुछ ये lesson plan आपको देगा. Then elaborate case study application. Again teacher's role is given. Next last 10 minutes में मुझे evaluate करना है. Means रिफ्लेक्शन एंड सेल्फ असेसमेंट. इसका भी डिस्क्रिप्शन दिया है. टीचर रोल इज गिवन एंड एक्सपेक्टेड स्टूडेंट बिहेवियर इज आल्सो गिवन. और यहाँ पे लर्निंग आउटकम भी आपको दिए हैं. तो ये 5 E's के बेस पे 5 E मींस एंगेज, एक्सप्लोर, एक्सप्लेन, इलैबोरेट एंड इवैल्यूएट. जो ब्लूम्स टैक्सोनॉमी का भी बेस है. जो ब्लूम्स टैक्सोनॉमी में हम बोलते हैं नॉलेज, अंडरस्टैंडिंग, स्किल, एप्लीकेशन, एनालिसिस एंड द नेक्स्ट वर्जन, the 2.0 version of Bloom's taxonomy, the upper part says creation, create something. So we have to create something in the classroom. If I am taking a help of artificial intelligence tool in teaching learning, what is my role as a teacher is to create something in the classroom. So that creation can be done, my dear friends. So it is a wonderful tool. eduaid.ai, आप इसको जरूर यूज करो. freely available है. You just need your Gmail ID to use this. हम कुछ और करते हैं इसमें और बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस है बट फ्यू आई विल शो बिकॉज आज मुझे आपको बहुत सारे टूल्स दिखाने हैं 1.5 आवर में. तो मैं ज्यादा टाइम एक टूल पे नहीं लूंगी. अगर मुझे कुछ लेसन सीड, एंगेजमेंट एक्टिविटी भी है, मॉन्टेसरी प्लानर भी है, प्रायर नॉलेज है, लेसन प्लान, सक्सेस क्राइटेरिया, लेसन सीड करते हैं. लेट्स सी. Basically for even for NAC purpose we need to use some program outcomes, learning outcomes we have to write for every this thing. This will definitely help you. इसमें प्लानर भी है. अगर आपको स्ट्रक्चर्ड फ्लेक्सिबल लर्निंग लेसन एम्फसाइजेस कुछ प्लानिंग चाहिए. असेसमेंट मेजर देखते हैं, वो लेसन रहने देते हैं. वी विल डू असेसमेंट मेजर. Yeah, it is creating something. Yeah.
Sandhya ma'am, can you go for the rubric?
Yes, I'll show. ये एक लेसन सीड है. अब असेसमेंट मेजर में जाते हैं. असेसमेंट मेजर मैडम को रुब्रिक देखना है तो हम we will go for this. टॉपिक में वापस वही लिखती हूँ. एक जनरल टॉपिक ऐसे लिया मैंने, आईसीटी इन एजुकेशन. असेसमेंट आपको रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट भी बताएगा असेसमेंट मेजर में. प्रैक्टिकल इम्प्लीमेंटेशन रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट का कैसे करना है. इसमें ना आपको कुछ ऑप्शंस आई विल शो यू. इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्जेक्ट्स है. पहले प्लानिंग है. प्लानिंग में तो आपको लेसन प्लान दिखेगा. इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्जेक्ट है, इसमें रूब्रिक है. मैडम को रूब्रिक देखना है तो आपको बताती हूँ. डायरेक्ट इंस्ट्रक्शन स्क्रिप्ट है, इलैबोरेटेड एनालॉजी, स्लाइड्स, आउटलाइन, एंकर चार्ट, इंफॉर्मेटिव टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस, वेल स्ट्रक्चर्ड गाइडेड क्वेश्चन भी चाहिए आपको. क्वेश्चन पेपर बनाना, ये आपको मदद करेगा. वी हैव इंडिपेंडेंट प्रैक्टिस आल्सो लाइक मॉक स्टडी, क्लेम एविडेंस पर रीजनिंग, एसे रिवीजन, सोर्स एनालिसिस क्वेश्चन. ये बहुत बड़ा खजाना है माय डियर फ्रेंड्स eduaid.ai. इसको आप जरूर यूज कीजिएगा. कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग जो अभी मेरे पहले सेशन में सर ने बताया था, कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग, इसमें जिक्सॉ एक्टिविटी, डिबेट, मॉडल, थिंक पेयर शेयर, स्टेम प्रोजेक्ट, लर्निंग स्टेशन, यू जस्ट से द थिंग एंड दैट इज देयर, वंडरफुल टूल। रुब्रिक का मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ। रुब्रिक के लिए आपको ये सेकंड ऑप्शन में जाना है, इंफॉर्मेशन ऑब्जेक्ट। रुब्रिक कौन से टॉपिक पे चाहिए मैडम आपको? यू कैन टेल द टॉपिक, में वो आपको रुब्रिक बना के देती हूँ, जस्ट 10 seconds.
Our BEd student is going to observe the experienced teacher's lesson. So how we are going to evaluate their sheet? I mean to say
Okay.
that kind of a rubric.
Okay, evaluation sheet for student teachers. इवैल्यूएशन शीट फॉर स्टूडेंट टीचर्स, मैंने सिर्फ ऐसे लिख दिया है। अब देखते हैं ये रूब्रिक में हमें क्या देता है। एड टू वर्क प्लेस, इट स्टार्टेड जनरेटिंग। राइट हैंड साइड में आप देखिए, जस्ट 10 seconds में आपका रूब्रिक रेडी है। ये आपको 1 point 1 2 3 पॉइंट, आप इसमें 5 पॉइंट चाहिए तो प्रॉम्प्ट जैसे आपको दोगे ना, इफ यू वांट 5 स्केल रेटिंग, 5 स्केल वाला, तो आप उसमें लिख सकते हैं कि 5 पॉइंट रूब्रिक। See, the criteria, 1 point need improvement, 2 satisfactory, and 3rd is exemplary. And it has given me a rubric which shows the criteria: content, knowledge, organization, evidence, and support. उसका ये भी दिया है कि 1 point में क्या आना चाहिए, 2 point में क्या आना चाहिए। And charity mechanics, sorry, clarity mechanics and evidence and support organization ये आपको देगा। मैं आपको कुछ और टॉपिक्स पे भी बताती हूँ। Assessment of students for, आप जिस तरह का प्रॉम्प्ट दोगे ना उस तरह का रूब्रिक आपको मिलेगा। फॉर लेसन ऑब्जर्वेशन, एक्चुअली प्रॉम्प्ट इंजीनियरिंग पे एक बहुत बड़ा सेशन हो सकता है कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ दिस थिंग वी शुड गिव टू एआई। ये आपको दिखिए, आप इसमें एंगेजमेंट इंटरेक्शन दिया है उसने कंटेंट नॉलेज के बाद, देन इट हैज गिवन इंस्ट्रक्शनल स्ट्रेटेजीज, फीडबैक एंड असेसमेंट। सो दिस इज अबाउट रूब्रिक। अगर आपको कुछ इवैल्यूएशन शीट यूज करने हैं, अगर आपको कुछ इंफॉर्मेटिव टेक्स्ट या कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग का एक देखते हैं पार्ट, जो अभी सर ने आपको बताया था। मैंने पूरा सेशन तो अटेंड नहीं किया, बट आई जस्ट शो यू सम डेमोस। कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग, जिक्सॉ एक्टिविटी टू फैसिलिटेट कोलैबोरेटिव लर्निंग। ये आपको पूरा उसका एक्टिविटी बना के देगा, यू डोंट हैव टू वरी। क्योंकि ये बहुत वंडरफुल टूल है जो आपको सारे टीचर्स को बहुत काम आएगा। वही टॉपिक रखा है मैंने, असेसमेंट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स फॉर लेसन ऑब्जर्वेशन, और उसका मैंने इसको पूछा एडीएड को, मुझे जिक्सॉ एक्टिविटी दो। कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग में एक जिक्सॉ एक्टिविटी है, तो असेसमेंट ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स फॉर लेसन ऑब्जर्वेशन, उसका जिक्सॉ एक्टिविटी मुझे चाहिए। तो ये मुझे बता रहा है ग्रुप एंड कंटेंट, उसमें फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट आप किस तरह कर सकते हैं, क्लासरूम डिस्कशन में क्या चाहिए, एग्जिट टिकट, पीयर असेसमेंट, बेनिफिट्स, एक्टिविटी, क्रिएट अ सिंपल फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट टूल फॉर अ लेसन ऑफ योर चॉइस। तो ये आपको जो भी टॉपिक बोलोगे ना, वो टॉपिक पे वो आपको ये एक्टिविटी, कोऑपरेटिव लर्निंग का एक्टिविटी का पूरा शीट बना के देगा, with proper instructions, learning outcomes, and your role, key strategies, and definitions, everything, overview, everything. So this is available there. इसमें से और कुछ देखना है आपको? There are so many things. Yeah, we will move to the next app. Debate है, learning stations है. Even we have some independent practice. For example, mock scientific study to evaluate challenge and support with evidence. कुछ स्टूडेंट्स है या फिर टीचर्स भी है जिसको खुद का मॉक स्टडी करना है, उस देखते हैं क्या देता है मॉक स्टडी में। और इसके लिए आपको क्या करना है, एडुएड पे जाना है, आपका जीमेल आईडी डाल दो, इट विल, यू कैन यूज इट फॉर फ्री। मॉक स्टडी, असेसमेंट एंड स्टूडेंट फॉर लेसन ऑब्जर्वेशन, इसका एब्स्ट्रैक्ट, हाइपोथेसिस, डेटा सेट, कंक्लूजन, एवरीथिंग इज गिवन। क्वेश्चंस अबाउट द रिजल्ट ऑफ द स्टडी, क्वेश्चंस अबाउट द क्वालिटी ऑफ द स्टडी। ये मॉक स्टडी के लिए है। स्टूडेंट एंगेजमेंट कितना है, पार्टिसिपेशन रेट कितना है, अंडरस्टैंडिंग स्कोर कितना है, कंक्लूजन. आई वॉज अमेज्ड व्हेन आई यूज्ड इट फर्स्ट टाइम, मैं ये कहाँ से ढूंढती हूँ पता है? रोज मेरा डेली मैं क्या करती हूँ, एक नया टूल ढूंढे बिना मुझे नींद नहीं आती. दैट इज माई डेली प्रैक्टिस. तो एवरी डे आई सर्च समथिंग एंड आई गेट इट. सो आई जस्ट वेंट थ्रू इट. एंड दिस एडुएड एक्चुअली इज अ वंडरफुल टूल, वंडरफुल टूल. आप इसमें बहुत सारी चीजें कर सकते हैं. कैन जस्ट सी, पोर्टफोलियो असाइनमेंट भी है. पोर्टफोलियो असाइनमेंट, पोर्टफोलियो असाइनमेंट में कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव असाइनमेंट दैट शोज प्रोग्रेस, ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट. अब इसमें क्या दूं मैं? टीचर्स रोल इन एजुकेशन. अगर मैं इसको ऐड टू वर्क प्लेस करूँ, इस जस्ट एक क्लिक पे आपको जस्ट टॉपिक डालना है और क्लिक करना है और सिलेक्ट करना है आपको क्या चाहिए, वो तुरंत दे देगा. इट टेक्स ओनली 10 seconds. वेरी अमेजिंग टूल. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव पोर्टफोलियो असाइनमेंट आउटलाइन, द टीचर्स रोल इन एजुकेशन. इसका इंट्रोडक्शन देगा, सोर्सेस ऑफ लर्निंग. अगर आपका रोल आपको एनहांस करना है तो रिलेवेंट एक्सपीरियंसेस, फील्ड ऑब्जर्वेशन, इंटर्नशिप, वर्कशॉप, सेमिनार्स, वॉलंटियर वर्क, demonstration of learning, suggested affairs, reflection papers, lesson plan, teaching videos, student feedback, research paper, evidence of learning. Wow, wow, wow. Mastering knowledge and skills. So many things. You just say the thing and that is research project. ये बहुत important है. Research project, हाँ? Research project में मैं नया वाला ये टॉपिक डालती हूँ, AI इन एजुकेशन, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस इन एजुकेशन. देखते हैं ये रिसर्च प्रोजेक्ट में मुझे क्या देता है. I just selected the research project and the topic is AI in education. बहुत बार ना मेरे PhD स्टूडेंट्स पूछते हैं, मैडम टॉपिक क्या लूं, मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, इसका ये कैसे लिखूं, वो कैसे करूं. Nowadays there are so many things that can guide you. इतना गाइडेंस मिलता है. Amazing things. Research project. The role of AI in education, project overview, research component, research topics दिए इसमें. AI driven personalized learning system, the role of AI in assessment and grading, ethical consideration of AI in education, AI tools for enhancing classroom engagement, the future of AI. अगर ये मैं इसको पूछूं कि इसके बारे में रिसर्च कहाँ पे हुआ है, बहुत सारे आगे टूल्स है, मैं आपको बताऊंगी. अभी एक साथ सारा नहीं बता सकती हूँ, लेकिन ये रिसर्च गाइडलाइन भी देगा आपको, रिसर्च लिंक भी देगा, सोर्स भी देगा, क्वेश्चन आंसर, एवरीथिंग.
We can use in basic of research to 10
Yeah,
course
yeah.
for
Basic of
SPP.
research, we can use it in basic of research. We can use for doing research. In action research, BA students can do. Master students can have their dissertation. PhD students can select some topics and they can go through it. Review of related literature की एक बहुत beautiful tool मैं आगे बताने वाली हूँ, क्योंकि बहुत बार ये आता है कि ये कहाँ पे. हाँ, yes.
Just one question, I mean
Yes.
that doubt. If I are using this material from this AI tools, it can be under plagiarism in the PhD?
Yeah, I told you again and again, this is copyrighted free. All artificial intelligence tools I am showing to you today, they are generated by artificial intelligence, and artificial intelligence tools or generated material is copyright free. It is not written by somebody, it is written by machine, and machine will not claim you that it is plagiarized. Don't worry, this is copyright free material, because AI doesn't give you somebody's material to you. AI generates the material and it gives to you. So don't worry, it is not, it doesn't come in plagiarism. It doesn't come in plagiarism. But at the same time, for searching something, for generating the sources, we can use it, but we need to use our creativity. मैं हमेशा ये बोलती हूँ, आपका रिसर्च आपका खुद का कब लगता है पता है? When you have used your creativity to the fullest, your innovation to the fullest, you can take help of AI tools, you can take help of technology. लेकिन टेक्नोलॉजी को पूरा कॉपी पेस्ट मत करो. डोंट डू दैट, वो नहीं करना है हमको. डोंट डू कॉपी पेस्टिंग. यूज योर क्रिएटिविटी, टेक द सोर्सेस, टेक द मटेरियल, टेक द हेल्प. मोनोटोनस वर्क जो करना है उसके लिए हेल्प लो, लेकिन कॉपी पेस्ट मत करो. डोंट डू दैट. दैट इज नॉट आवर रियल ओरिजिनल वर्क. नेक्स्ट टूल पे जाते हैं. इसमें कुछ और नहीं देखना है तो नेक्स्ट टूल इज टाइनी वाव. आपका जो अभी क्वेश्चन था ना, उसका एक बहुत अच्छा आंसर मैं आपको देने वाली हूँ. Now let me go to this thing, tinywow.com. Yes. हम बंद करते हैं tinywow.com। अगर हमने किसी का आर्टिकल पढ़ा, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल है, उसको पैराफ्रेज करना है, रीराइट करना है अपनी लैंग्वेज में। इसमें ना बहुत अच्छे अच्छे ये है, पीडीएफ है, जो हम मर्ज एवरीथिंग कर सकते हैं। लेकिन मुझे इसमें सबसे ब्यूटीफुल फीचर लगता है ये राइट सेंटेंस रीराइटर। एक बहुत अच्छी चीज है, मैं आपको बताती हूँ। बिकॉज क्या होता है समटाइम्स सेंटेंस कंस्ट्रक्शन में, आई एम स्टडीड इन मराठी मीडियम, मेरे को इंग्लिश इतनी अच्छी नहीं आती, आई एम नॉट गुड इन इंग्लिश, सो और आई वांट टू गिव इंस्ट्रक्शन टू माय स्टूडेंट्स इन इंग्लिश, एंड एवरी डे सेम इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं देना है, एवरी डे आई वांट टू गिव न्यू इंस्ट्रक्शन टू माय स्टूडेंट्स। तो आपको करना क्या है पता है, इस पे आप जाओ, या इट्स वेरीफाइंग कि मैं रियल हूँ, मैं मशीन नहीं हूँ। यस, इट हैज सक्सेसफुली वेरीफाइड। टाइनी वाव वेरीफाई करता है कि इसको ह्यूमन बीइंग यूज कर रहा है या मशीन यूज कर रहा है। सो आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं, यू कैन जस्ट सी ओवर हियर, यू जस्ट नीड अ सेंटेंस रीराइटर। एआई आउटपुट क्या देता है, मतलब मैं मेरे स्टूडेंट को मुझे बताना है, स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज सबमिट योर असाइनमेंट ऑन टाइम। जस्ट अ सेकेंड, इसको थोड़ा स्क्रॉल करके साइड में लेती हूँ। असाइनमेंट ऑन टाइम, आई वॉन्ट टू गिव दिस इंस्ट्रक्शन टू माई स्टूडेंट, लेकिन मुझे रोज सेम वाला रिपीट नहीं करना है, आई वॉन्ट सम क्रिएटिविटी। तो ये क्या करेगा पता है, आई जस्ट क्लिक ऑन जनरेट एंड it will create various statements for the same thing. On the right hand side, in the right window, it will show me some AI output. It is generating for me. It will take 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, it will rewrite the sentences with AI output. You can see on the right hand side what it has given me. मैंने इसको क्या दिया था, एक स्टेटमेंट दिया था, स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज सबमिट योर असाइनमेंट ऑन टाइम, और इसने मुझे क्या दिया है, डियर स्टूडेंट इट इज क्रुशियल दैट यू टर्न इन योर असाइनमेंट बाय द ड्यू डेट। सेकंड, it is submit your assignment punctually, students. We kindly request that all students hand in their assignments promptly. Remember to meet the deadline for submitting your assignment, students, and timely submission of assignments is expected from all students. It is wonderful. Sentence rewriter. मतलब आपने एक स्टेटमेंट दिया और आप यू आर कंफ्यूज कि अरे ये मेरा स्टेटमेंट बरोबर है क्या नहीं है, देन यू कैन यूज टेक हेल्प ऑफ टाइनी वाव for sentence rewriter, and it will give you 5-6 sentences. Even for the paragraphs, sometimes we write some letters, we write some emails, and we feel that if it is correct, what is the correct language? So you can take help of this, put that paragraph here in your sentence. You can put paragraph of it has a limit of 300 words, so 300 words you can put, and it will rewrite that for your this thing. आपको ये वापस लिख के देगा in different 5-6 ways. या फिर मुझे कुछ और बोलना है, थैंक यू फॉर हैविंग मी हियर इन योर FDP। और मैं इसको बोलती हूँ कि ये सेंटेंस मेरे लिए, मुझे अगर आपको जो ऑर्गेनाइजर्स है FDP के, उनको एक थैंक यू मेल लिखना है, एंड आई एम डाउटफुल कि मेरा सेंटेंस कंस्ट्रक्शन बरोबर है क्या नहीं है, देन व्हाट आई विल डू इज, मैं टाइनी वाव पे जाऊंगी, इसको बोलूंगी कि मुझे इसका कुछ सेंटेंस दे दो, एंड टाइनी वाव विल गिव मी, एंड आई कैन राइट द ईमेल, आई कैन राइट द लेटर। सी what it has given me, various statements like appreciate the opportunity to be a part of your FDP. It's been a pleasure to join you in your FDP. I'm grateful for the chance to participate in your FDP. Thank you for including me in your FDP program. I want to express my thanks for letting me be a part of your FDP experience. Dear students, it is crucial that that was the earlier one. So it has given me 6 statements which are similar to my statement. Isn't it wonderful? While writing something, if you want some variations, this is about rewriting statements. We have paragraph writer, we have essay writer, we have article writer. आपको कुछ आर्टिकल लिखना है, देखते हैं ये क्या आर्टिकल देता है। आर्टिकल राइटर पे क्लिक करती हूँ। You just need to give a title, and you can again paraphrase it, how to get post. रिसर्च आर्टिकल इन एआई इन टीचिंग। ये टॉपिक मैंने इसको दे दिया है। ये कैप्चा बार बार क्यों वेरीफाई करता है बताए? ये देखता है कि मैं ह्यूमन बीइंग हूं क्या नहीं। इसको लग रहा है कि संध्या मैडम मशीन है। या सो इट्स वेरीफाइंग। Once it is verified, it will write the article for me. It is generating. This takes a minute. Yeah. Actually ना इसमें आप पैराग्राफ तो राइट कर सकते हैं, आर्टिकल राइट कर सकते हैं, रिसर्च आर्टिकल राइट कर सकते हैं। See, it's generating. It will take again 5 seconds. Someone is writing something here on the board. See, आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं। मैंने इसको सिर्फ टॉपिक दिया था। I had just given a topic research article in AI teaching, and it has given me this wonderful article. Again, this is not plagiar. This is plagiarized free. Yeah? Nobody has written this. This is written by machine, not by human. AI in teaching, introduction to AI in education, defining artificial intelligence, historical context, application of AI, personalized virtual benefits of AI, enhanced student engagement, challenging it, and then blah blah blah. Frequently asked questions, everything. So this is there, my dear friends. So it can write some article for you. It can write essay for you. It can have Facebook headline generator, FAQ generator. Sometimes for our college website or university website, we need to write frequently asked questions. So it is a generator is here. Then we have paragraph complementer, blog outline generator. If you want to write some blog outline generator is there. Let us see what it does in blog outline generator. You just have to click on blog outline generator. So what kind of कोई ना स्क्रीन पे कोई स्क्रैच कर रहा है. दिस रेड लाइन इज कमिंग. डोंट स्क्रैच ऑन द स्क्रीन प्लीज. पेस्ट टाइटल हियर. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू राइट अ टाइटल. मुझे एक ब्लॉग लिखना है एआई इन एजुकेशन के बारे में. एंड व्हाट आई विल डू इज आई विल जस्ट start generating. Once I click on generate, yes, so it is generating a blog for me. You can see चैट जीपीटी को भी ना इफिशिएंटली कैसे यूज करते हैं उसका भी मैं डेमो दिखाने वाली हूँ. बिकॉज समटाइम्स ना पीपल से दैट चैट जीपीटी रिपीटेटिव चीजें देता है. रिपीटेटिव नहीं देता, हम रिपीटेटिव प्रॉम्प्ट देते हैं इसके लिए. एआई इन एजुकेशन के बारे में मुझे कुछ ब्लॉग पे कुछ कमेंट करना है. सो इंट्रोडक्शन एआई, बेनिफिट्स ऑफ एआई, ये मुझे पूरा इसका आउटलाइन दे रहा है. सो व्हाट आई कैन डू, इवन कंक्लूजन, एवरीथिंग. दिस इज अ ब्लॉग आउटलाइन जनरेटर. हमें समझ में नहीं आता कि ब्लॉग में क्या लिखूं, क्या आना चाहिए ये टॉपिक के बारे में. सो इट हैज गिवन अ आउटलाइन. आउटलाइन का एक एक पार्ट भी आप इसमें डालोगे, इट विल राइट वन पैराग्राफ फॉर वन आउटलाइन. सो इट कैन रीराइट एवरीथिंग फॉर यू. कंटेंट इंप्रूवर है, ग्रामर फिक्सर है. अगर आपको ग्रामर चेक करना है, स्पेशली फॉर द थीसिस, पीएचडी थीसिस एंड ऑल दैट, ग्रामर फिक्सर है. लेकिन बहुत बार क्या होता है, मेनी क्वेश्चंस कम टू मी दैट वी आर अ पीएचडी गाइड एंड सम स्टूडेंट हैज गिवन सम मटेरियल एंड वी आर चेकिंग इट. अगर हम चेक कर रहे हैं या स्टूडेंट को खुद को देखना है कि मेरा कंटेंट जो है वो प्लेगरिज्म फ्री है, तो plag.ai नाम का एक ऐप है. आई विल शो यू. plag.ai, ये भी आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस ऐप है. 100% करेक्ट इंफॉर्मेशन देता है. आई डोंट नो, कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है मेरे इंटरनेट में. आप लिख के रखिए plag.ai. मैं चाहिए तो उसका स्क्रीनशॉट आपको दिखा सकती हूँ. लास्ट में डेमो दिखाती हूँ. अभी वो साइट पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. या नाउ दिस वाज अबाउट टाइनी वाव. हम आगे का डेमो देखते हैं. इट्स अबाउट u.com. The name of the tool is u.com. u.com. ये वंडरफुल है रिसर्च स्टूडेंट्स के लिए, रिसर्च टीचर्स के लिए, असिस्टेंट टू योर रिसर्च. इट्स वेरी क्रिएटिव राइटिंग फॉर a genius assistant and build your own, create your own this thing. So आपको जो भी चाहिए, स्मार्ट कंटेंट चाहिए, GPT-4 कंटेंट चाहिए, रिसर्च कंटेंट चाहिए, जीनियस कंटेंट, क्रिएटिव, आपको जो भी चाहिए वो देगा u.com। अगर मुझे एक रिसर्च कंटेंट चाहिए और मैं इसको लिख रही हूँ, पता नहीं मेरे दिमाग में आईसीटी इन एजुकेशन ही बार बार आ रहा है, तो मैं टाइप कर रही हूँ आईसीटी इन एजुकेशन एंड जस्ट सी व्हाट इट गिव्स। ये मुझे क्या देता है? रिसर्च अबाउट आईसीटी इन एजुकेशन u.com, wonderful site, will take few seconds to create। रिसर्च रिपोर्ट, इसका ब्यूटीफुल फीचर क्या है पता है आपको? ये आईसीटी इन एजुकेशन पे जो जो भी रिसर्च हुए ना उसका यहाँ पे आप राइट हैंड साइड में देखिए, ये 1 2 3 4 क्या दिखा रहा है? दिस नंबर, दिस इज टेकिंग अस टू द रिसर्च एक्चुअली डन ऑन दिस टॉपिक। अगर मैं एक क्लिक करती हूँ यहाँ पे राइट हैंड साइड, तो ये क्या बता रहा है? द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ आईसीटी यूटिलाइजेशन टू इम्प्रूव द लर्निंग आउटकम और मेटा एनालिसिस। बहुत बार ना हम कुछ रिव्यू ऑफ रिलेटेड लिटरेचर लेते हैं या हमको कुछ रेफरेंसेस चाहिए, u.com बहुत वंडरफुली काम करता है। मैं अगर एक पे क्लिक करूं, ये 1 पॉइंट पे क्लिक करूं, तो ये देखते ही हमें कौन से पेज पे ले जाता है? तो हमें वो पेज पे ले जाएगा जिसपे ये रिसर्च आर्टिकल है। यहाँ से आप रिव्यू ले लो, उसका रिव्यू में नाम लिख लो ऑथर का, उसका टाइटल लिख लो रिसर्च का, एंड इट्स डन। इसका DOI नंबर, एवरीथिंग इट विल गिव यू, सब कुछ, साइटेशन एनालिसिस, साइटेशन लिंक, सब कुछ ये दे देगा आपको यहाँ से। अगर मैं वापस वहां पे जाती हूँ, ये 2 3 4 5, इट हैज गिवन मी अ रिसर्च रिपोर्ट बेस्ड ऑन माय टॉपिक। और वो टॉपिक से रिलेटेड जितने भी रिसर्चेस है, जो सबसे ज्यादा साइट, ये कौन से वाले रिसर्चेस दिखाता है पता है? जिसका साइटेशन ज्यादा है, जिसका इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर नंबर ज्यादा है, या ज्यादा रिव्यू लिया है, बहुत सारे लोगों ने देखा है, वही वाले रिसर्चेस हमको ये बताएगा। अगर मैं ये 13 नंबर का जो पॉइंट है 13 पे क्लिक करती हूँ, तो ये 13 पे मैं जैसे क्लिक करूंगी ये मुझे वो वाले रिसर्च पेज पे लेके जाएगा। हम लोग इससे पहले क्या करते थे पता है? गूगल पे जाके टॉपिक ढूंढो, जैसे गूगल पे जाएंगे हंड्रेड्स ऑफ पेजेस आर देयर, हमें पता नहीं चलता कौन सा ऑथेंटिक है कौन सा नहीं है, क्या रिव्यू लेना है। सो वी यूज टू स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम। मुझे याद है जब मैं पीएचडी कर रही थी, रिव्यू ऑफ रिलेटेड लिटरेचर के लिए 4 5 यूनिवर्सिटी जाके वहां लाइब्रेरी में बैठ के पूरा पूरा दिन हमने रिव्यूज लिखे हैं। नाउ इट इज नॉट नीडेड, जस्ट ऑन क्लिक गो ऑन u.com। u.com आपको पूरी दुनिया के सारे रिसर्चेस एक क्लिक पे दे देगा। यहाँ पे सी, ये वेब पेज पे चला गया एंड इट हैज गिवन मी ये रिसर्च किसने किया है। इसका हम रिव्यू तुरंत लिख सकते हैं, किसने, व्हाट इज द टॉपिक ऑफ दिस रिसर्च, उसका ऑथर कौन है, हु इज द रिसर्चर, कौन से ईयर में किया है, उसका ईयर, एवरीथिंग, उसका वेबसाइट, एवरीथिंग इज अवेलेबल हियर। तो ये हमें u.com पे रिसर्च रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन मिलती है। u.com हमें और क्या देता है देखते हैं। सॉरी, u.com, other than research it gives us some creative writing also। creative writing में some genius assistant, अगर मैं क्रिएटिव पे क्लिक करूं, डिस्क्राइब द विजुअल ग्राफिक यू आर इमेजिनिंग, कुछ इमेज भी बना सकते हैं। मैंने जो टाइनी वाव दिखाया था ना, टाइनी वाव में बताना मैं भूल गई, इट हैज इमेज क्रिएटर आल्सो। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आपको एक इमेज चाहिए जो पूरी दुनिया में कहीं पे भी नहीं है, इट विल क्रिएट अ न्यू इमेज फॉर यू विच इज नॉट अवेलेबल इन द वर्ल्ड। इमेज जनरेटर आपको, मशीन आपको एक नया इमेज आपके लिए बना के देगी। जैसे मैंने एक मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन में लिया है, मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ। लास्ट स्लाइड जो है, मुझे थैंक यू स्लाइड चाहिए था, तो थैंक यू के लिए मुझे ना रोबो का साइन चाहिए, जो रोबो बो डाउन कर रहा है और वो बोल रहा है थैंक यू। तो टाइनी वाव हैज क्रिएटेड दैट इमेज फॉर मी, जो पूरे दुनिया में कहीं पे भी नहीं है। सो यू कैन हैव दैट फैसिलिटी इन योर प्रेजेंटेशन। मैं आपको क्या बता रही थी, हाँ, कोई भी एक टॉपिक ले लेते हैं, पोल्यूशन, क्रिएटिव राइटिंग। ये क्रिएटिव राइटिंग भी आपको बताएगा। इट्स थिंकिंग प्रोग्रामिंग, मतलब ये u.com जो है ना, ये खुद सोचता है, because it is AI generated, AI based, artificial intelligence based this thing. So u.com आपको थिंकिंग, प्रोग्रामिंग, राइटिंग, थिंकिंग, आंसर, वाह, कितना अच्छा लगता है ना कोई मशीन हमारे लिए सोच रहा है। मुझे लगता है कि नेक्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स वी विल स्टोर आवर ब्रेन इन क्लाउड, और हम बता पाएंगे कि क्लाउड में वो देखो वहां पे वो जो क्लाउड दिख रहा है उसमें मेरा ब्रेन स्टोर किया है, सो दैट फैसिलिटी इज देयर। लिटिल टाइम, मेरा नेट स्लो हो गया है, आई थिंक, आई एम सो सॉरी फॉर दैट। I'll refresh the page, it's taking little time. Creative. आप u.com पे क्रिएटिव राइटिंग कर दो, रिसर्च करो, जीनियस राइटिंग, ये जीनियस राइटिंग भी करता है, और इसमें मोर ऑप्शंस भी है। आप इसमें मोर पे क्लिक करोगे तो स्मार्ट, जीनियस, रिसर्च, क्रिएटिव, इसके अलावा भी कुछ ऑप्शंस है, कुछ मॉडल्स ही आपको दे देगा। चैट जीपीटी के बहुत सारे वर्जन्स है। चैट जीपीटी बेसिक मॉडल फ्री है, लेकिन चैट जीपीटी 4, चैट जीपीटी क्लाउड 3 ओपस, क्लाउड 3 लामा भी आजकल आया है जो चैट जीपीटी की तरह काम करता है। वी हैव जेमिनी, वी हैव कमांड आर प्लस ऑल्सो, सोलार, डॉल्फिन 2.5। बहुत सारे ब्यूटीफुल एप्स है जो आपको u.com फैसिलिटी देता है यूज करने के लिए। अब हम नेक्स्ट डेमो पे जाते हैं, दैट इज अबाउट udly.ai। मैं ये ना स्क्रीन थोड़ा शेयर स्टॉप करती हूँ, वापस हमारे पीपीटी पे जाते हैं। कुछ टूल्स मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ एंड देन यू कैन जस्ट, क्योंकि कम समय में ज्यादा पार्ट मैं दिखाना चाहती हूँ इसमें, इसके लिए। तो डेमो से आपको पता चला होगा, जस्ट गो ऑन द गूगल, टाइप द टाइटल एंड इट्स डन, इट्स दैट इजी। तो मैं आपको आपको ये प्रेजेंटेशन दिख रहा होगा। u.com तो हमने अभी देखा है, u.com पे ये सारे रिसर्च आर्टिकल भी आप देख सकते हैं एंड ऑल दैट। नेक्स्ट जो है udly.ai। udly.ai क्या करता है पता है? हमें कोई इंटरव्यू देना है, कोई स्पीच देना है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मुझे बहुत बड़े स्टेज पे कोई स्पीच देना है, और मुझे नहीं पता चल रहा है एम आई राइट और रॉन्ग, माई बॉडी लैंग्वेज इज करेक्ट, या फिर कोई इंटरव्यू फेस करना है, स्पेशली फॉर स्टूडेंट्स, इवन फॉर टीचर्स। आपको कोई इंटरव्यू फेस करना है और इंटरव्यू के जो आंसर्स हम देते हैं वो करेक्ट है क्या नहीं है, हम कैसे जानेंगे? हाउ वी विल कम टू नो? सो udly.ai, अगेन इट इज अ एआई टूल। यहाँ पिक्चर में राइट हैंड साइड में ये जो पिक्चर दिख रहा है, ऐसा कोई एक लेडी आपसे बात करेगी एंड शी विल प्रॉम्प्ट यू, शी विल गाइड यू दैट यू कैन हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ प्रोनाउंसिएशन, आपका ये वर्ड इनकरेक्ट है, इसका आंसर आप ऐसे दे दो। सो यू कैन प्रैक्टिस योर इंटरव्यू और स्पीच, यू कैन रिकॉर्ड योर स्पीच, फीडबैक फॉर इम्प्रूव। इसमें ऑटोमेटिकल रिकॉर्डिंग होता है और वो आपको फीडबैक भी देगा, जो आप आंसर कर रहे हो इस तरह से हो सकता है, आपका एक्सेंट सही नहीं है, आपका लैंग्वेज सही नहीं है। सो everything is possible, especially for personality development and for students, for teachers. udly.ai is wonderful tool. Then next we have is testmodes.com। टेस्ट मोड जो है ना, अब हर एक का डेमो नहीं दिखाऊंगी, आई जस्ट गो थ्रू द सम ग्लिम्सेस, क्योंकि उसमें बहुत टाइम जाएगा। टेस्ट मोड जो है ना वो आपको सारे तरह के क्वेश्चन पेपर बना के देगा। समटाइम्स टीचर्स कम टू मी एंड वो पूछते हैं, मैडम इतने सारे क्वेश्चन पेपर हम बनाते हैं, एवरी ईयर वी डू द मोनोटोनस थिंग, एंड इफ यू सी इवन द यूनिवर्सिटी एग्जाम पेपर्स, मोर और लेस द क्वेश्चंस आर सेम इन लास्ट 5-10 years। कोई इधर उधर 2-4 क्वेश्चन इधर उधर जाते हैं, बट इफ वी वांट इट मोर क्रिएटिव वे, बहुत क्रिएटिवली हमको चाहिए कि वो क्वेश्चन तो वही रहे उसका मीनिंग, लेकिन वो अलग वे में पूछा जाए, तो टेस्ट मोड्स आपको मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन आंसर देता है, विथ आंसर वो आपको देता है, शॉर्ट आंसर, लॉन्ग आंसर, ऐसे टाइप क्वेश्चन, ऑल टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन ये टेस्ट आपको बिल्ड करता है। ये भी फ्रीली अवेलेबल है। आप ऑनलाइन एग्जाम भी ले सकते हैं टेस्ट मोड्स पे, यू जस्ट कैन क्रिएट द लिंक, वो लिंक आप स्टूडेंट को व्हाट्सएप पे भेज दो या ग्रुप में भेज दो, स्टूडेंट उसका आंसर लिखेंगे, एमसीक्यूज का, शॉर्ट आंसर, लॉन्ग आंसर, और जैसे स्टूडेंट सबमिट करेंगे टेस्ट मोड्स आपके लिए आंसर शीट बना के देगा। यू डोंट हैव टू वरी, आपको क्वेश्चन आंसर शीट चेक करना भी नहीं पड़ेगा, वो आपको एक्सेल शीट में पूरा का पूरा रिजल्ट एनालिसिस करके रिजल्ट बना के देगा कि करेक्ट आंसर कौन से है, वो बच्चे ने क्या लिखा है, और उसका रिजल्ट ये है। सो रिजल्ट जनरेटर भी है टेस्ट मोज में, जैसे सॉक्रेटिव यूज करते हैं हमने, सॉक्रेटिव बहुत से लोगों ने पहले यूज किया होगा, उसी तरह टेस्ट मोज भी काम करता है। नेक्स्ट है नोशन। Notion is actually one of the all-in-one workplace that allows users to create notes, document, database. बहुत सारी चीजें हम इसमें कर सकते हैं एंड स्टूडेंट एंड टीचर्स इनके लिए बहुत ऑर्गेनाइज इंफॉर्मेशन इसमें रहता है। दिस इज वन ऑफ द टूल। उल्फ्राम अल्फा नाम का एक बहुत वंडरफुल टूल है। इट इज द बेस्ट वेबसाइट टू स्टडी फ्रॉम। आप किसी भी कंट्री का कोई भी आपको कोर्स करना है, लिटरली कोई भी क्वेश्चन आप इसको पूछ सकते हैं, ये आपको उसका आंसर दे देगा विथ ऑल द इंफोग्राफिक्स एंड स्टैटिस्टिक्स। selfstudies.com है, जैसे आप सेट नेट का तैयारी कर रहे हैं, कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम, यूपीएससी, एमपीएससी, and you want study material, this website gives you free study materials, selfstudies.com। अगेन अभी इसमें AI बेस भी आया है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस बेस, बहुत सारे नोट्स, बहुत सारा स्टडी मटेरियल विच इज फ्रीली अवेलेबल, ऑल काइंड्स ऑफ सीबीएसई, आईजीसीएसई, जेईई, नीट एग्जाम, यूपीएससी, एमपीएससी, सेट नेट, all kinds of even you can do some crash courses over here, they are freely available। if you want to do MPSC का स्टडी कर रहा है कोई तो उसको तैयारी करना है, इसमें क्रैश कोर्स भी अवेलेबल है। we have Quizlet, तो आप सब जानते होंगे, quiz, various kinds of quiz for taking some exams, it is available। Seesaw is there। Seesaw is a digital portfolio which and a communication tool for student teachers, और इसमें all grade के students के लिए learning environment create करता है। स्पार्क नोट्स नाम का एक बहुत ब्यूटीफुल टूल है, डिजिटल टूल। इसमें आप पैराफ्रेज कर सकते हैं। पैराफ्रेज मीन जैसे मैंने आपको अभी सेंटेंस रीराइटर बताया, सेंटेंस रीराइट कर सकते हैं। वी हैव कैन समराइज डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ क्विजेस, फ्लैश कार्ड, स्टडी गाइड्स, इवन लिटरेचर वर्क like writing poetry, history, films, philosophy, everything is available, even for science, sociology, psychology, economics, politics, everything is there। कोर्स एरा तो आप सब जानते हैं, जस्ट क्लिक ऑन एनी यूनिवर्सिटी साइट एंड यू कैन हैव द कोर्स ऑन कोर्स एरिया। लिट चार्ट नाम का एक बहुत ब्यूटीफुल टूल है, ये आपको वेरियस समरीज देगा, एक्सप्लेनेशन देगा, स्पेशली फोकसेस ऑन शेक्सपियर, शेक्सपियर का जो लिटरेचर है उस पे ये ज्यादा काम करता है। देन वी हैव स्मार्ट सर्वाइवर मेडिकल आर्ट, 3000 free medical images। Those students who are science student or from medical field, for pharmacy, nursing, उनके लिए कोई भी प्रेजेंटेशन में, प्रोजेक्ट वर्क में आपको इमेजेस चाहिए तो ये सारे फ्री इमेजेस आपको प्रोवाइड करता है, ब्यूटीफुल इमेजेस। चैट विथ एनी पीडीएफ, अगर आपको एक पीडीएफ दिया है और मैंने आपको बोला कि वो पीडीएफ आपको पढ़ के बताना है, 250 पेजेस से आपको पढ़ के बताना है 5 मिनट में, इज इट पॉसिबल? नो। तो 250 पेजेस 5 मिनट में हम कैसे पढ़ सकते हैं? चार्ट पीडीएफ नाम का एक ऐप आता है, मैं टाइम मिला तो इसका डेमो भी आपको दिखाती हूँ। चार्ट पीडीएफ पे आप वो पीडीएफ अपलोड कीजिए और जस्ट आस्क अ क्वेश्चन टू इट, ये इस तरह का स्क्रीन दिखेगा और इसमें आप ड्रॉप पीडीएफ हियर, ये ऑप्शन है, यहाँ पे आप पीडीएफ अपलोड कीजिए एंड राइट योर क्वेश्चन दैट इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग इज देयर इन दिस पीडीएफ, तो आपको तुरंत वो पेज पे लेके जाएगा और बताएगा on this page in this paragraph this material is there। तो आपका 250 पेजेस का पीडीएफ आप 5 मिनट में रीड कर सकते हैं। so that facility is available with help of chat pdf। we have askyourpdf.com, again the same feature like chat pdf, which actually provides you option that your pdf contains the material or not। उसका एक डेमो भी मैं आपको दिखाती हूँ, chat pdf। let me again go to the Google। I'm sharing my Google page। Yes। On Google, just type chat PDF or ask your PDF, any website you can, chat PDF। Once you go on chat PDF, here it is there, chatpdf.com। इस तरह का स्क्रीन दिखेगा, ये स्क्रीन पे ड्रॉप योर पीडीएफ हियर, जस्ट क्लिक ऑन दिस। आपका कोई भी पीडीएफ है वो पीडीएफ आप इस पे डाल सकते हैं। Let me check if I have any PDF here. या आप कोई PDF ले भी सकते हैं. Let me just check. नहीं मिल रहा है मुझे. Just you click on this and you will be taken to the page जो आपको पूछेगा कि आपके PDF के लिए क्वेश्चन पूछो. Even ask your PDF works like that. Just let me check. हाँ, एक PDF मैं यहाँ पे कॉपी करती हूँ. Just give me a second. मैं आपको एक्चुअल में दिखाती हूँ कि आस्क योर PDF काम कैसे करता है. इट्स वंडरफुल टूल माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. या जस्ट या फिर गूगल से एक PDF को ही डाउनलोड करते हैं हम लोग. We will do it from here only. Yes. So AI in education. ये बहुत वंडरफुल टूल है, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल. इसमें हमें अगर कोई भी PDF मिले और मुझे PDF सिर्फ 3-4 मिनट में, 3-4 मिनट भी नहीं, आई मस्ट टेल यू कि जस्ट इन 1-2 मिनट्स में पूरा का पूरा PDF पढ़ सकती हूँ. तो AI इन एजुकेशन PDF लिखती हूँ मैं इस पे. ये बहुत ही वंडरफुल टूल है. आई होप आपको स्क्रीन दिख रहा है. ये आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का एक PDF मुझे मिला है गूगल पे. इसको मैंने AI रिपोर्ट सेव किया डेस्कटॉप पे. अब मैं वापस जा रही हूँ चार्ट PDF का स्क्रीन आपको दिख रहा होगा. इसमें ना एक ऑप्शन यहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा है कि ड्रॉप योर PDF हियर. तो ड्रॉप PDF को किया तो आपको पूछेगा विच PDF यू वांट. तो इसमें AI रिपोर्ट वाला जो PDF मैंने अभी डाउनलोड किया है इसको हम यहाँ पे अपलोड करेंगे. इट विल प्रोसेस जस्ट इन फ्यू सेकेंड्स. आपको दिखेगा यहाँ पे कि ये PDF अपलोड हो गया है. एंड हियर दिस इज आस्किंग मी कि आस्क योर क्वेश्चन. अब ये PDF जो मुझे मिला है ना, इट इज हैविंग 71 पेजेस. अब 71 पेजेस पढ़ने के लिए मुझे टाइम नहीं है. मुझे इमीडिएट ढूंढना है कि इसमें ये पार्ट है क्या नहीं. तो आई जस्ट वांट की यूज ऑफ AI इन एजुकेशन. ये पैराग्राफ पूरे 71 पेजेस में कहाँ पे है. तो मैं पढ़ने को टाइम नहीं है. आई जस्ट आस्क अ क्वेश्चन टू चैट PDF. चैट PDF मुझे तुरंत बताएगा ऑन दिस पेज इन दिस पैराग्राफ दिस इज देयर. देखिए ऑन राइट हैंड साइड यू कैन सी इसने मुझे आंसर दिया है ऑन पेज नंबर 7. स्क्रोल टू पेज 7, 6 अगेन 6, 17, 6, 5, 5, 5. और क्या क्या इंफॉर्मेशन है मुझे जो चाहिए. एनहांसिंग एजुकेशनल सर्विस चाहिए, एड्रेसिंग लर्निंग गैप चाहिए, सपोर्ट फॉर एजुकेटर, क्या चाहिए मुझे. तो मुझे जो चाहिए ना वो पेज पे मैं क्लिक कर सकती हूँ. इफ आई वांट दिस adaptivity and personalization, resource customization, risk consideration, human involvement, तो मुझे जो भी चाहिए, सपोज आई वांट दिस वन, तो मैं 17 नंबर पेज पे क्लिक करूँ ना तो तुरंत मुझे वो पेज पे लेके जाएगा. इट्स वंडरफुल टूल. एंड सी on this page on 17 this is there. Many times there are many circulars, GR, NEP document जो है ना, जो पहले वाला आया था, इसके लिए मैंने चार्ट PDF बहुत एक्सटेंसिवली यूज किया है क्योंकि उसमें बहुत सारे पेजेस थे. कौन से पेज पे क्या है वो कैसे ढूंढना. upload that PDF on chartpdf.com, ask the question and it will scroll you to that page. It's wonderful. Just in few seconds you can actually read the PDF. और ये जो चार्ट PDF है उसी तरह ask your pdf.com ये भी काम करता है. ask your PDF. ask your PDF जो है ना, जैसे आप इसको को क्लिक करोगे, इट विल show this kind of message. Just a second. Huh? Ask your opinion. Chat with your PDF. It is showing कि आप अपनी PDF से बात कर सकते हैं. Just ask the question. इस तरह का पेज आपको मिलेगा और यहाँ पे आपको ये पूछेगा कि आपके PDF से आपको क्या चाहिए. It is wonderful. ये चैट जीपीटी का वर्जन है. Just a second. Just a second. I don't know. It's taking me, asking me to sign in. जैसे चैट पीडीएफ काम करता है ना, वैसे ये काम करता है. So that was all about the demonstration. मैं जाते जाते कुछ हाँ पाठ होते. So just the few things I want to tell you. Whatever demonstration I showed you today, they are actually related to all artificial intelligence tools, and those tools, they are really wonderfully working and they are freely available for all the teachers, teacher educators and students also. So what we need to do is just explore it. आपको जितना चाहिए extensively उसको use करो. And just a second. Urgent call here. I need to send this. Yes. Any questions if you have any questions? So hands-on experience, active learning में we need to keep few things in mind. So a few things we need to keep in mind. The first thing is, don't worry about plagiarism because artificial intelligence give you machine-made things, but we need to use our creativity to the fullest. Don't copy paste every time it is not needed. Use it for monotonous work. Whatever work we are doing daily and we get bored that making the PPT, taking the content, doing the same thing again and again and making the question paper. So for the monotonous work, use AI tools as your assistant, but use your creativity and your innovation to the fullest. Sky is the limit, my dear friends. If we use all these tools with efficiency, we can have wonderful teaching learning experience in the classroom situation. I'm really thankful to the organizing team, to the college, to Dr. Kavita Salunke madam. I can see that you are there for full session, for full 1.5 hour. You are there, so I'm happy to be associated with you all. Dr. Kirti Chatte madam and your team. Wonderful experience to all the FDP participants. If you have any questions, we have last 3 minutes left. So last 3 minutes में आपको कुछ question पूछना है तो पूछिए, otherwise we can conclude. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you. Madam, you are on mute.
Yes.
व्हेरी नाईस सेशन. खूपच
Thank you,
सुंदर
ma'am.
एक्सप्लेन केलं आणि सगळेजण त्याचा नक्की आता वापर करतील.
Yes, yes. सगळ्यांनी वापर करा. My request to all of you. माझी रिक्वेस्ट आहे.
मॅम
याच्यातले काही
पार्टिसिपेंट्स
tools-
कडून एक विनंती आहे तुम्हाला की ते म्हणजे तुम्ही जे वापरले सगळे टूल ऍप्लिकेशन्स त्याची एक लिस्ट आम्हाला फक्त
Yes,
तुम्ही
definitely.
पाठवा की आम्ही ग्रुपवर
पाठवते.
शेअर करू.
पाठवते, definitely. पाठवते.
हो.
Yes.
मॅम माझा एक क्वेश्चन होता.
हा.
हे सगळे टूल्स आपण इंग्लिश मधून वापरू शकतो, पण मराठीसाठी काय आहे का
मराठीतून
वेगळं
पण
काही
वापरू
tools?
शकतो. मराठीतून पण वापरू शकतो. पटकन दाखवू का तुम्हाला? लगेच दाखवते.
मॅम एक दाखवा ना मला प्लीज.
एकच मिनिटात दाखवते लगेच. आता हे बघा. गेटिंग कॉल्स वगैरे again and again. तुम्ही जस्ट अ सेकंड. हॅलो, किती वाजेपर्यंत? Now let me take you to this part. Go on the Google and Google में आपने चैट जीपीटी यूज किया होगा, उसमें ना आपको सारे टूल्स में ना मराठी वर्ड यूज करना है. Those who are using Marathi, हाँ.
ओके मॅम.
Actually, I think जेवढे लोक इथे पार्टिसिपंट दिसतात मोस्टली मराठी लँग्वेज मध्ये हे असतील. मी एक तुम्हाला जस्ट एक टॉपिक दाखवते. ICT इन एज्युकेशन लेसन प्लॅन इन मराठी लँग्वेज. आणि जेवढे मी टूल्स दाखवले ते सगळीकडे तुम्ही मराठी लँग्वेज हा शब्द वापरा, तुम्हाला मिळेल. बघा, मिळालं?
मॅम तुमची स्क्रीन नाही दिसत आहे मला. आणि
स्क्रीन शेअर
स्क्रीन नाही दिसत आहे?
नाही दिसत आहे मॅम.
नाही दिसत.
बर परत एकदा शेअर करते आहे. हा, आता दिसते का स्क्रीन?
होतीये मॅम, स्क्रीन शेअर होते. हो, आता दिसली मॅम.
आता बघा, तुम्ही चॅट जीपीटी वर जा आणि चॅट जीपीटीचा स्क्रीन असा दिसतो, सगळ्यांना माहिती आहे. मी इथे टाईप करते आहे ICT इन एज्युकेशन लेसन प्लॅन इन मराठी लँग्वेज असं मी टाईप केलं आणि मी क्लिक केलं. तिकडे बघा काय येतं, बघा खाली सगळेजण बघा. बापरे, मराठीतून तो धडा म्हणतो, धडा लेसनला धडा. किती दिवसांनी हा शब्द
धडा
ऐकला.
म्हणतो.
माहिती व संवाद
धडा.
धडा म्हणतोय तो.
हो, धडा मॅम.
आपण लेसन हा
लेसन म्हणजे
शब्दच
धडा.
वापरायला. धडा बरोबर आहे ना, पण आपण लेसनच म्हणायला शिकलोय. म्हणजे हा शब्दच विसरून गेले होते मी, त्याला धडा म्हणतात मराठीत. हे बघा, तर दाखवते 45 मिनिटं कालावधी, शिक्षण उद्दिष्टे, त्याचे ऑब्जेक्टिव्ह काय पाहिजे, पूर्वतयारी काय करायची, पद्धती काय पाहिजे, संवादमूलक शिक्षण, प्रात्यक्षिक शिक्षण, धड्याची रूपरेखा. मग त्याच्यात 10 मिनिटं तुम्ही इन्स्पायर करा मुलांना, प्रेरणा द्या, त्याची संकल्पना महत्व पुढच्या 10 मिनिटात सांगा. ICT साधनांचे प्रकार, मग प्रात्यक्षिक, एखादं प्रात्यक्षिक करून घ्या, सक्रिय सहभाग, गृहपाठ काय द्यायचा, त्याचे अपेक्षित परिणाम काय, आउटकम काय पाहिजे आहे, मूल्यांकन कसं करायचं, इव्हॅल्युएशन, त्याचे स्रोत काय आहेत, हे सगळं तुम्हाला मराठीतून पण मिळतं. लँग्वेज इज नॉट अ बॅरियर माय डिअर फ्रेंड्स. कुठलाही AI टूल घ्या, ते सगळ्या लँग्वेज मध्ये काम करतं. कोणत्याही टूल मध्ये तुम्ही जे काही शोधणार त्याला फक्त म्हणा मराठी, तमिळ, तेलुगू, कन्नडा, ते सगळ्या लँग्वेज मध्ये तुम्हाला देणार. इट इज पॉसिबल, डोंट वरी. आणि तरी काय वाटलं तर कीर्ती मॅडमला एक मेसेज करा, एखादं काही सापडत नसेल तर मी त्यांना सांगेन. कीर्ती मॅडम आपल्यासाठी ते कम्युनिकेट करतील. एनी अदर क्वेश्चन? हा,
धन्यवाद मॅम, खूप छान माहिती कळली. थँक्यू मॅम.
Any other question from participants? Hello, madam.
येस बोला.
Sandhya, madam, this is the third session that I have attended of yours. I am from KK Wag Secondary School and Junior College. Thanks to Dr. Bhushan Kadali sir as well, coordinator Dr. Kirti Chitte. That this is our privilege to have your session third time. Again, it was as usual amazing. And it was not as we have witnessed your last two sessions. There are much more additions to the last two sessions. So happy to have you here again with lot of updates. Two questions from my side, ma'am. One is there any tool to have videos in form of animations?
Yes.
First, and the
And
second
go
one
on.
is the second one is about mind mapping.
Yes. Go on animes.com. ANIMIZ. लिस्ट मी जे पाठवणार ना, मी आता एक काम करते. व्हिडिओज आणि माइंड मॅपिंगचे जे टूल्स आहेत ना, त्याचे पण सेपरेटली एक लिस्ट पाठवते मी. खूप सारे आहेत. मला आता इमिडिएटली अॅनिमीज मध्ये खूप ब्युटिफुल व्हिडिओज तयार होतात विथ ऑल द कॅप्शन्स, अॅनिमेशन्स. तुम्ही जी म्हणाल ती इमेज त्याच्यामध्ये येते. तुम्हाला एखादा टीचर पाहिजे, स्टुडंट पाहिजे, किंवा एखादा डॉक्टर पाहिजे, वकील पाहिजे, ते सगळे इमेज येतात आणि विथ अॅनिमेटेड पिक्चर्स. animes.com फ्रीली अवेलेबल आहे. आणि मी तुम्हाला ते सगळे टूल्स जे आहेत, जे तुम्हाला माइंड मॅपिंग साठी, व्हिडिओज बनवण्यासाठी, वेगवेगळे अॅनिमेशन साठी वापरत होतील, त्याची पण लिस्ट मी पाठवून देते कीर्ती मॅडमकडे. आय विल सेंड.
ओके मॅम, थँक्यू. आणि एक वेगळा प्रश्न आहे जरा, परंतु मला हे सगळं बघत असताना आय वॉज लिटल वरीड. Everything is available on a click. So whether as a teacher my creativity will be blocked somewhere. You shared your experience that while pursuing your PhD you went through various libraries, went through various books, and then you had your own notes.
Yes.
It has its own pleasure to do this.
So are we going to lose this pleasure of searching the knowledge, having our own notes, exploring our creativity? Are we
Yes.
going to be a complete lethargic person in the future?
नो आय शेअर माय ओन एक्सपिरियन्स. माझी स्वतःची पीएचडी मी आयसीटी इन एज्युकेशन हा माझा टॉपिक टायटल होता, इन्फॉर्मेशन कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नॉलॉजी इन एज्युकेशन. वाईल कलेक्टिंग डेटा मला असंच वाटायचं की आपण लायब्ररीत बसतोय तासन तास, इतकं छान आपण डेटा कलेक्शन साठी प्रवास करतो आहोत, की किती छान आनंददायक गोष्ट आहे. पण जेव्हा मी हे टूल्स वापरायला सुरुवात केली फ्रॉम लास्ट 15-20 इयर्स, मी रोज नवीन 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 टूल शोधते आहे. अँड आय मायसेल्फ हॅव एक्सपिरियन्स्ड की मी जेवढे नवीन टूल्स वापरते ना, मी लिथार्जिक नाही, मी ऍक्टिव्ह होत चालली आहे. आय एम बिकमिंग मोर अँड मोर इफिशियंट, कारण ते टूल मला सपोर्ट करताय. म्हणजे मला आज ही पीपीटी बनवायची होती ना, हे पीपीटी बनवायला पूर्वी मला 2-3 दिवस, कधी कधी 8-8 दिवस लागायचे, कारण मला पाहिजे तसं ते अॅनिमेशन नाही जमलंय, अजून काहीतरी करूया, हे करूया. आता मला ती पीपीटी फक्त 30 सेकंदात बनवता येते जर मी एआय टूल्स वापरले. माझी इफिशियन्सी वाढत चालली आहे, कारण तो जो वेळ आहे जो मी खूप टेक्निकल गोष्टींसाठी द्यायचे, तो वेळ मला इतर क्रिएटिव्ह गोष्टींसाठी देता येतो. माझ्या विद्यार्थिनींशी मला बोलता येतं, मला माझ्या कॉलेज कलिग्सशी बोलता येतं, मला वर्गामध्ये टीचिंग मध्ये जास्त वेळ देता येतो. म्हणजे मी टेक्निकलच्या गोष्टी आहेत त्या एआय टूल्स कडे सोपवून दिल्या. पण मला असं वाटतं, म्हणजे माझं स्वतःचा एक्सपिरियन्स असा आहे की मी मॅक्झिमम टूल, मी म्हटलं ना, रोज एक नवीन टूल शोधल्याशिवाय मला झोप येत नाही. आय एम दॅट काइंड ऑफ पर्सन. म्हणजे रोज एक नवीन काहीतरी शोधायचं, असं एक हे. पण ते करत असताना मला कधी असं वाटलं नाही की अरे हे तर सगळं टेक्नॉलॉजी करते, मग मी काय करतेय. उलट मला असं वाटतंय की बिईंग अ टीचर मी जास्त ऍक्टिव्ह झाले आहे. ऍक्टिव्ह लर्निंगच टॉपिक होता. जास्त ऍक्टिव्ह झाले आहे, जास्त क्रिएटिव्ह झाले आहे, कारण हे टूल्स मला नवीन काहीतरी शिकवत आहेत. आणि कुठलीही गोष्ट टेक्नॉलॉजी वापरल्यामुळे आपण लिथार्जिक होऊ किंवा आपली क्रिएटिव्हिटी संपून जाईल किंवा आपण त्याच्यात काय करतोय असं वाटेल, असं नाही. उलट जेवढी नवीन टेक्नॉलॉजी मी शिकते आहे ना, तेवढं मला अजून स्वतःला एक्सप्लोर करता येतं की वाव, दिस थिंग इज देअर इन एज्युकेशन, जे मी पूर्वी करत नव्हते. लायब्ररी तासन तास बसण्यामध्ये मजा नाही आहे. मी जगातल्या सगळ्या लायब्ररी एका क्लिक वरती शोधू शकते, याच्यात मजा आहे. मी तासन तास तेच 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 काम करण्यामध्ये, तुम्ही जे म्हणताय ना, तो पूर्वी आनंद मिळायचा, आपली क्रिएटिव्हिटी वापरू, आपण लिखाण करायचो, आपण त्याच्यात आनंद नाही आहे. जर मला 300 पानांची पीडीएफ 2 मिनिटांमध्ये वाचता येते आणि मला वेळ वाचवता येतो, त्याच्यात आनंद आहे. आपण आनंद कशात शोधतो आणि आपला वेळ कशामध्ये घालवतो, आपण आपली क्रिएटिव्हिटी कशासाठी यूज करतो, हा प्रत्येकाचा चॉईस आहे. त्यामुळे असं बोलणारे खूप लोक आहेत की टेक्नॉलॉजीचा वापर केला की आपण आळशी होऊ, आपली बुद्धीच काम करणार नाही, आपला मेमरी लॉस होईल, आपण काही लक्षात, जसं पूर्वी म्हणायचे ना लोक, मोबाईल आला की अरे मोबाईल नंबर आपण लक्षात ठेवत नाही, आपण विसरून जाऊ सगळं. पण मला असं वाटतं की त्याचे इतर जे बेनिफिट्स आहेत ना, तुम्ही ते लक्षात ठेवण्यामध्ये जो वेळ घालवायचा, त्याच्यापेक्षा दुसऱ्या अजून हंड्रेड्स ऑफ थिंग्स आहेत ज्या तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवू शकता आणि तुम्ही अजून तुम्हाला एक्सप्लोर करू शकता. त्यामुळे टेक्नॉलॉजीने मला तरी स्वतः वैयक्तिक लिथार्जी नाही बनवले, उलट जास्त ऍक्टिव्ह बनवलं आहे आणि मी जास्त एक्सप्लोर करू शकते. टीचिंग लर्निंग मध्ये अजून इनोव्हेशन आणू शकते, अजून क्रिएटिव्हिटी आणू शकते, कारण टेक्नॉलॉजी मला रोज नवीन गोष्टी शिकवते. टेक्नॉलॉजीमध्ये जेवढे अपडेशन येतात तेवढे ह्युमन ब्रेन मध्ये येत नाहीत. आपला ब्रेन आपण मॅक्सिमम जरी वापरला तरी आपण 6% आईन्स्टाईनने वापरला होता. आपल्या ब्रेनची जी कॅपॅसिटी आहे ना, त्याच्या 6% ब्रेन आईन्स्टाईनने वापरला होता, ज्याचा IQ 160 प्लस होता. म्हणजे कदाचित मी माझा ब्रेन तर 0.0000 मायनस मध्ये काहीतरी वापरत असेल, तो जर मी थोडासा वापरला तर मी कुठेतरी क्रिएटिव्हिटी आणि इनोव्हेशन पर्यंत पोहोचेल, असं मला वाटतं. त्यामुळे टेक्नॉलॉजी इज सपोर्ट, तो आपला सपोर्ट सिस्टम आहे, तो आपला साइड टूल आहे. म्हणजे टेक्नॉलॉजी कधीच ओव्हर पॉवर करणार नाही. असं बरेच लोक म्हणतात की हे जर रोबोट्स आले वर्गात, जर सगळे टेक्नॉलॉजीचा वापर करायचा आहे, टीचरचं काय काम राहिलं. लुक ऍट द डेव्हलप्ड कंट्रीज, जिथे वर्गामध्ये रोबोट वापरले जातात, त्या कंट्रीज कडे बघा, तिथल्या टीचर सगळ्यात जास्त इफिशियंट टीचर्स आहेत, कारण जे मोनोटोनस वर्क आहे ते त्यांनी रोबोटला दिलंय आणि मोस्ट क्रिएटिव्ह वर्क दे आर डुईंग फॉर शेपिंग द माइंड्स ऑफ चिल्ड्रन. अजून विद्यार्थ्यांसाठी नवीन नवीन काय एक्सपेरिमेंट करता येतील, त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला वेळ मिळेल, रादर की डुईंग सेम अँड सेम रिपिटेटिव्ह थिंग्स विच वी आर डुईंग फ्रॉम मेनी इयर्स. त्यामुळे आपण कधीच लिथार्जिक होणार नाही, उलट आपण जास्त ऍक्टिव्ह होऊ, असं मला वाटतं.
Very well answered and explained, ma'am. Very well answered.
Yes. Any question from participants? Bornare sir, you want to ask?
नमस्ते मॅडम.
हा नमस्कार.
पापा सर बोलतोय, जैन कॉलेज चिंचवड.
हा बोला.
खरंच खूप छान सेशन झाले आजचे मॅडमनं. प्रत्येक टूलची आणि आपल्याला आपला वेळ आताच्या ह्याच्यात कसा वाचवता येईल हे अतिशय चांगल्या पद्धतीनं सांगितलं आणि आपल्या केंद्राकडूनही छान सहकार्य झालं, त्याबद्दल खरंच खूप खूप धन्यवाद.
जसं निशा मॅमनी आता विचारलं तसं मला पण थोडस इथे शेअर करावं असं वाटतं की जे मॅमनी उत्तर दिलं एकदम परफेक्ट उत्तर आहे हे खरं, की मला पण हा एक्सपिरियन्स माझ्या पीएचडीच्या वेळेला आला होता की रिफ्लेक्टिंग टीचिंग वर महाराष्ट्रात कुठे काम नाहीये. आणि जेव्हा मला भारतामध्ये शोधण्याची जेव्हा वेळ आली तेव्हा मला इन्फ्लिबनेटने जे सहकार्य केलं ते बाकी मला कुठे मिळालं नसतं आणि माझ्याकडनं एक नवीन ज्ञानाची निर्मिती तिथे झाली नसती. म्हणून मला असं वाटतं की टेक्नॉलॉजी खरं आपण पाहण्याचा दृष्टिकोन आहे की आपण त्याला कसं बघतो हा सगळ्यात मोठा भाग इथे आपल्याला लक्षात घेतला पाहिजे. ते सपोर्टर आहे आपल्याला.
चित्ते मॅडम,
असं.
जरी खेडकर मॅडमने अतिशय सुंदर उत्तर देऊन निशा मॅडमला निरुत्तर जरी केलं तरी मला निरुत्तर करू शकत नाही असं मला नेहमी वाटतं. कारण जो AI किंवा जी कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्ता आहे आणि खरी बुद्धिमत्ता आहे या दोघांमध्ये जो संघर्ष आहे तो राहणारच आहे. कारण कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्तेचा खरा जनक खरी बुद्धिमत्ताच आहे आणि खऱ्या बुद्धिमत्तेमुळेच कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्ता तयार झालेली आहे. कोणाच्या किती आहारी जावं हे खऱ्या बुद्धिमत्तेने ठरवावं. शेवटी एक आहे की माणूस हा नवविचाराचा सर्जनशील प्राणी आहे आणि हा सर्जनशील प्राणी सर्जनात्मक दृष्ट्या सर्जन करणाराच राहावा या दृष्टिकोनातून AIचं टूल कसं त्याला मदत करू शकेल या दृष्टिकोनातून आपण त्याचा खरं तर उपयोग करून घेतला पाहिजे. म्हणून त्यांचा जो दुसरा आस्पेक्ट होता की कशाला महत्व द्यायचं आणि कशाकडे लक्ष द्यायचं आणि कशाला किती वापरायचं असं जर केलं तर जे काही खरंच आहे की मोनोटोनस वर्क जे आहे ते मोनोटोनस वर्क आपण टाळू शकतो आणि जे काही नवं द्यायचं आहे त्याच्याकडे मेंदू लावू शकतो. पण असं म्हटलं जातं जगामध्ये की 5% मेंदू वापरून जर माणूस मंगळावर जात असेल तर तो 10% मेंदू वापरू लागला तर कुठे जाऊ शकेल. या 5% एवढी प्रगती आहे तर मेंदूचा विकास करण्याकडे आपण सगळ्यात जास्त लक्ष दिलं पाहिजे. आणि आता आपण पण मानसशास्त्र शिकत शिकत किती मोठं झालो ते आता मात्र सगळं आपण ब्रेन बेस्ड लर्निंगकडे आलेलो आहे आणि हे ब्रेन बेस्ड लर्निंगमध्ये टू डेव्हलप द ब्रेन हा सगळ्यात महत्वाचा भाग आहे. म्हणून मला असं वाटतं की इक्विपमेंट किंवा टूल कुठलंही असावं पण त्यानं जास्तीत जास्त माणसाचा सुरकुत्या पडलेला मेंदू तयार करावा. जेवढ्या माणसाच्या मेंदूवर सुरकुत्या जास्त पडतील तेवढा माणूस हुशार होत जाईल आणि जेवढा माणूस हुशार होत जाईल तेवढ्या आणखीन गोष्टी पुढे पुढे जात जातील. कारण माणसाला जगवण्यासाठी माणसाचं हुशार होणं खूप क्रमप्राप्त आहे. कारण जर तो हुशारी पकडली नाही तर जो संघर्ष सुरू झालेला आहे की साधनांची कमतरता आणि त्या साधनांच्या कमतरतेमुळे निर्माण होणारे जे काही प्रश्न आहेत ते सोडवण्यासाठी अशा टूलचा आपल्याला वापर करून घेता येऊ शकेल आणि त्याच्यावर नवीन विचार करता येऊ शकेल. पण शेवटी जगाच्या अंतापर्यंत हे दोन प्रकार राहणार आहे की खऱ्या बुद्धिमत्तेचा आणि कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्तेचा संघर्ष काही केल्यास संपणार नाही. त्यामुळं दोन गट जगात कार्यरत आहे आणि म्हणून मोठ्या मोठ्या कंपन्या सुद्धा असं आता म्हणू लागल्यात की कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्तेला थांबवा. जर ही कृत्रिम बुद्धिमत्ता थांबवली नाही तर खरी बुद्धिमत्ता खाऊन जाईल आणि मग माणसाचं अस्तित्व कुठं राहील. अर्थात ज्या ज्या वेळेला प्रश्न निर्माण होतात ज्या ज्या वेळेला बदल येतात त्यावेळेला आपल्याला बदलून नवा मार्ग शोधण्याची धमक आणि कुवत माणसामध्येच असते आणि माणूस ते करत आलाय म्हणून तो जगत आलाय. नाही तर डायनॉसॉर झाला असता तो डायनॉसॉर होत नाही. त्याचं कारण असं आहे की तो बदलाला त्या ठिकाणी स्वतःला बदलून त्या बदलाला सामोरं जातो आहे. अशा पद्धतीने इथून पुढे आपल्याला जावं लागेल. संध्या मॅडम, तुम्ही खरंच मी आतापर्यंत तुमचं 3रं-4थं लेक्चर बघितलं. ज्या वेळेला कोविडमध्ये तुम्ही सांगितलं तुमचं कौतुक करावं तेवढं कमी आहे. वयाच्या 36व्या वर्षी तुम्ही प्राचार्य झाल्या. पण प्राचार्य होताना आम्हाला त्यावेळेला वाटायचं की 36व्या वर्षी प्राचार्य झाल्यानंतर किती झेप घ्यावी. तर तुम्ही घेतलेली झेप ही खूपच छान आहे, खूप मोठी आहे आणि वयाच्या कमी वयामध्ये तुम्ही जी काही प्रोग्रेस करून दाखवली आणि ज्या पद्धतीने ज्या झपाट्याने तुम्ही जातात ज्या पद्धतीने तुम्ही बोलता ते बोलणं उगाच येत नाही तर ते केल्यामुळे येतं ही महत्वाची गोष्ट आहे. गेल्या 1.5 तासापासून मी तुमचा जो कॉन्फिडन्स पाहतोय तो कॉन्फिडन्स हा कशामुळे आहे. कारण तुमचा खराखुरा अभ्यास आहे म्हणून तुम्ही तेवढ्या ठामपणाने ते सांगताय. आणि मला असं वाटतं की जेवढे या ठिकाणी FDP ला हजर आहेत त्यांनी हा प्रकार मॅडमकडून नक्की घेतला पाहिजे. ही अभ्यास करण्याची जी ज्यांची पद्धत आहे आणि एवढा सखोल अभ्यास करण्याची पद्धत आहे ती सगळ्यात जास्त महत्वाची ती आपण अडॉप्ट केली पाहिजे आणि ती अडॉप्ट जर केली तर याच्यातून आपण काहीतरी आपल्या व्यक्तिमत्वाला सुद्धा एक वेगळं वळण देऊ शकतो असं मला त्या ठिकाणी वाटतं. आज तुम्ही इथं आलात आणि चांगल्या पद्धतीने सगळं काही मांडलं. इथून पुढे आपण याल आणि वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने तुम्ही सांगाल. निशा जे म्हणाली ते खरंच आहे की प्रत्येक वेळेला तुम्हाला बघताना काहीतरी नवं तुमच्याकडे त्या ठिकाणी आहे आणि नव्याचा हव्यास ठेवून, नव्याचा ध्यास घेऊन तुम्ही जे काही करतात ते निश्चितच उत्तम आहे. आपल्या पुढील या वाटचालीला पुन्हा एकदा खूप खूप शुभेच्छा. धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू सर. थँक्यू कर्डिले सर. थँक्यू
Yes,
फॉर युअर
ma'am.
इनपुट्स. म्हणजे खरंच छान. थँक्यू.
थँक्यू मॅम. आमचं आमंत्रण तुम्ही स्वीकारलं आणि आम्हाला अत्यंत बोलक्या अशा नेहमी तुम्ही दिसणाऱ्या तिसरं सेशन खरं तर आमच्यासाठी हे होतं. यापुढेही अशीच अपेक्षा करते की जेव्हा जेव्हा आम्ही तुम्हाला ऐकण्यासाठी उत्सुक असू तेव्हा तेव्हा तुम्ही होकार द्याल म्हणून. धन्यवाद मॅडम. आजचं सेशन आपलं संपलेलं आहे. फीडबॅक लिंक ग्रुपवर येतील. सर्वांनी फीडबॅक द्यायचा आहे. उद्या आपले नेहमीप्रमाणे 10:30ला पुढील सत्र सुरू होतील. धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू. थँक्यू साळुंखे मॅम. थँक्यू सो मच.